Got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame.
Everyone. Steph isn't here yet, so we're just gonna kill a little bit of time. I'm trying to figure out what to do to kill time. So I have a friend who's streaming, and I'm wondering if we can watch their stream for a little bit while we wait for Steph to get here. The thing is, right now they're just setting up the game, so I don't know how interesting that's gonna be for now. No, I guess let's do, what's it called? Let's do some, like, Quizleo, what's the other one? Maybe some Murder Leo? Whatever, I can't remember what it's called. But, like, all those sites where you have, like, these daily puzzles, I think maybe, let's play around with that. Baba? Like, Baba's You? That's a tough one. Like, I think doing even one puzzle is gonna take, like, over an hour. And I think, Steph is gonna arrive before that. I'm gonna do... Oh wait, she's here now. Alright. Never mind the Quizleo then. Welcome in,
Am I
Steph.
ruining things?
How's it going? How are you?
I'm okay. My computer was updating.
Her computer was updating. Hi, Steph, says Regular John.
Hello.
How was your day?
Sorry, I'm turning the Twitch volume off. How was my day? It was long. It was a long day. How was your day?
It was short. It was a short day.
Was it?
I slept basically the whole day. My sleep schedule was wrecked.
Yeah, you have, were you saying like apartment stuff?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mentioned on stream before that there was like... But did I say there was a fire? I said there was like water pumping issues. So it was because there was a fire, and then the firefighters put out the fire, and then there's water intrusion is the word they use. A water intrusion in my
Intrusion
in my apartment. So then they have these machines running to like clean everything or remove
unintrude it.
Well, so apparently if you leave the water in, it like rots the wall, and then the whole structure will collapse or some shit like that, right? Like this, like if they don't deal with it now, they'd have to tear down the walls and then do something. So they said instead we're gonna have the machines run 24/7.
Yeah.
But that's done. They finished that yesterday. Like which day is like which block of hours or which days is confusing for me now because of my sleep schedule. But recently, at least.
Recently.
Yeah.
But in the meantime.
Yeah. Well, so my sleep schedule was wrecked. Like it didn't immediately recover, so it's still wrecked right now. Hopefully it'll get addressed today or tomorrow, and then hopefully I can like return to work or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered something I want to talk about also on the stream before we get to the game. And I see your redeem Regular John. I'll get to that in a moment. But I don't know, you guys remember like a long time ago, probably months ago, I talked about how plants have vision, like they can see stuff. And then you guys were like, what do you mean? Like reasonably, right? and it says there's experiments where they shine lights and on the plant, and the plant would grow towards the light. And when we knew where the eyes, quote unquote, were, where the light receptors were, because we can blind them, we can cover up that spot, and then and it's not like the whole plant, it's like a specific spot in the plant, and then the plant stops growing towards the light, but it still like gets the non-eye parts of the plant still get the nutrient from the light, or like, and they still like grow healthily, things like that. But you guys were not impressed. You were like, that's just that's not sight, that's just like a auto mechanical response or something like that. I don't know if you remember this conversation vaguely.
Are you asking me if I remember this conversation?
So this is
I do not.
I did it with chat, but you were there also, Steph. So
okay.
And I think like I tend to use you as a proxy for chat, right? Like you were unimpressed. I think I don't know if it was Chalkor or CTL or something. They were unimpressed. They were like, but so
I don't remember that at all.
recently I saw an even stronger argument that plants have vision.
Okay.
So there's this plant which this is new to me. I blew my mind. There are plants parasitic plants that grow off of other plants and that mimic those plants. Like they have their leaves, the shape of their leaves mimic the shape of the host plant's
Yes.
leaf. I didn't know that.
Yes.
That was like, wow, that's really cool.
Okay.
And then and there's a specific plant, I forget the name. There's like they gave the scientific name of the plant, but this specific plant is it like they theorized at first, like it's an especially good one, I guess. That's why they brought it up. Like they said they made a big deal about how it could like they tried like 3 different plants and was able to mimic all of them, which I guess is unusual. Maybe these parasitic ones live on one specific plant and then is able to mimic it or something like that. But so for this one, they at first, like in the early whatever, they theorized, okay, maybe some sort of gene transfer going on, right? Like it takes some DNA from the host plant and that's how it figures out how to make the right shape or something like that. But then what they discovered is that this plant can even mimic the shape of plastic artificial plants.
Wow.
So of course no DNA involved, right? And like and how does it know the shape of the plastic plant? The only explanation they can think is they can see the shape of the plant. They have sort of like eyeball cells. I forget what they're called, receptors. And the initial shape of the plant is like this concave shape that can act as a focusing lens. So they say, so maybe they like the plant has some sort of primitive vision where they can see shapes and they can see the shape of their host plant and they can mimic it. But they're not sure yet. That's still like under research, right? Anyway, so when I saw that, I was like, I immediately thought about that stream months and months ago where I was talking about plant vision and none of you guys believe me. and now I have a better example. I mean, I agree that like in the previous stream, my thing wasn't very strong. Like, I still thought I was still convinced that the planet vision because of, I think probably like the article that I read was a lot more well written in my explanation, and I was having trouble with conveying it. But I agree that based on what I said, like it's like maybe they have vision, but maybe they don't. But this one I feel is a lot more persuasive, hopefully.
It's hard because I don't remember this conversation or disagreeing. So, like, I don't have any.
Yeah, but okay. So, like, independent of the previous one,
Not
what do
convinced
you think
that
about
I
this one? Like, is this
sounds good.
Persuasive that plants probably have vision? Then
I mean, I don't. It depends on, I guess, how you define vision, which may have been what I said last time. Like, what are you?
Well, in this case, I mean, I guess it's the idea that via the medium of photons, the plant can quote unquote know the shape of another plant, as demonstrated by the fact that it mimics that shape.
Right, but like blind people, for example, could use cues other than vision to mimic certain things about another person. So is that vision or not? Like what are we describing? Like, what is vision? There are people who are cortically blind but don't know they're blind, and vice versa. So what are we defining vision as?
Yeah, I don't understand that your human example, I guess. When you say they use other cues, like are we talking about like maybe the sound of their voice or something like that, or?
Sure, or their sort of awareness of where they are in space, or
Okay.
feeling. I don't know how these plants work. Like, are they imitating them from across the room?
No, well, yeah, it didn't specify, but in my mind, I'm thinking probably not because they're supposed to be parasitic, right? So I guess they're
Right.
thinking of the plastic plant as their host plant, and so they're growing off of that plant. So you think
Right.
it's
So
doing it
are
via
they
touch or something
using
like that?
touch? Well,
Yeah.
that's what, I don't know, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I don't know either, but like they had photos of it, right? And so it's not like the parasite like wraps around the leaf, to like envelop it and feel it's just, you have a branch here and a branch there, and this branch is the host plant, and this branch is the parasite plant. And so, they may
Right. Like,
incidentally be touching, but I don't think they're touching enough that you could tell the shape via that touch.
yeah, I don't know. Like, trees can sense when they're near other trees. So the phenomenon of crown shyness, for example, and they're using.
Crown shine. So you're talking about the shorter tree not receiving as much light or something, or?
Oh, no, crown shyness is when two trees that are the same height are growing next to each other will leave a small gap between them, the two of them, rather than overlap each other. So like if you look up in a forest, you'll notice that although there's the ceiling is all trees, there's gaps between each tree. And I don't think anybody would argue that trees are using vision to do this. Yeah. I'm gonna find you a picture of crown shyness.
I mean, I've seen trees in like video games, so I sort of know what you're talking about. But isn't like do we know how that works? Because I have an idea of how that works. Okay.
Not really, but we don't think it's vision.
Yeah, I don't think it's vision either. I thought that this is the thing where like plants emit like chemicals, right? Biochemicals to like signal distress or whatever, and so they can sense nearby trees via that, right? Because like it's like
they
smell,
can,
I
but
guess
this
is
right.
the analogy.
Right. So are these plants somehow using some other, sense? And that's what I mean by like it depends on what we call vision. Does it not matter what sense they're using?
No, I think it matters. Like in the when I'm saying that they have vision, it matters. Because like what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, like think of the basic senses, right? Like sight, smell, hearing, touch, and so on. And maybe,
but we have like 14 senses,
and maybe even
and animals and plants and stuff have completely different ones. So
yeah, and maybe even consider the non-basic ones.
Okay.
Which sense is like, so clearly the plant knows somehow because it demonstrates that by mimicking. So how does it know? What sense is it using to know? Right. And so like because it's a plastic plant, I'm like probably not smell or via chemicals. Probably not hearing,
root information exchange,
yeah, exactly.
Or probably not recruiting a fungus to, swap nutrients.
Yeah. So like, but vision seems plausible to me, at least, and apparently to the scientists who wrote this article.
Yeah.
And so far I have no competing alternative. But maybe the scientists do, and they didn't mention it.
Sure. So this is where I struggle with, like, I don't find your example non-compelling. I just, don't know if it's true or not. And I don't think last time I would have said definitively, oh, that's not vision. Like, I don't know how the plant is doing it.
No, I think
vision seems kind of like the least, it doesn't feel high on my plausibility scale just because there's no central nervous system of any kind to receive the vision, but that doesn't, I don't, I'm not a botanist, so.
Well, I'm surprised that you're saying it's low. Like, does that imply that you have like a higher one? Here's the photo that Steph sent, by the way.
I imagine that it has some sort of spatial awareness by sensing the environment around it. That it has some sort of spatial awareness of
Like, is this touch or something distinct from touch? Because like it's not
Well,
just it's
it's not
schizophrenia.
touch
It's like
because it's not feeling the actual thing. It's feeling the air around it, like how compressed the air is around it, or something like that.
okay.
Crown shyness. So somehow those trees are aware of not touching, and it's not like they touch each other and then, die back or something. Somehow they can sense how far their leaves are from each other.
How do we know it's not that they touch each other and then like back off? Because
They've done like time-lapse photography.
Okay.
That would be pretty easy, but it's how these trees do it is a mystery, as it says in that little.
Because I would figure
there.
they touch every now and then, like from wind wrestling, things like that.
Sure.
And then that could be the mechanism in my mind, right? Where I'm like, oh,
that would in no way be a mystery.
Yeah.
So I'm explaining to you how they pulled that out.
All these people are stupid, and I'm smart. I spent 5 seconds thinking about this, and I already figured it
That's
out.
a good point. You figured it out. Yay. So yeah.
Can't they be smart like me?
And we don't think it's chemical because it's about their leaves, and leaves on a tree are like hair. On a human, like that's not where the information from roots is going, really. So we don't really know how they're doing it.
Chemical
They have
was my
some
initial
other
hypothesis, right?
Yeah.
When we going back to the serious hypothesis as opposed to joke ones. Because I thought like there's I don't know which plant it is, but there's plants where like if you touch one of them, like you kill one of them, the other plants can sense that and then they go into defense mode, right? And it's because of chemicals released in the air.
Yeah.
And so I thought, so that's why my
That might be the
hypothesis
case,
was the tree was like, the leaves emit something, and the other leaves can detect that, and they're like, oh, there's, the smell is particularly strong here, so I guess I must be near a neighbor leaf, so I'm gonna back off. Type of thing.
We don't know. We don't know.
All right, so
They may be able to sense pressure changes in ways that we can not even imagine.
Regular John Redeem asked me something technical, or discuss a topic of your choice. It's a little confused here, but they redeem one of the two, and the text, the block of text is, I know Alzheimer's and schizophrenia are different, but could there be any correlation between the two? I know Alzheimer's is the leading cause of dementia, but schizophrenia is also a mental illness, so wondering if both are connected or could be connected.
You want to take that one? You could explain it like you did crown shyness.
Yeah. So
just think of it for 5 seconds. And then...
So actually, this is, I'm getting a little off topic now, but I was thinking about how ready people are, if you want to be like woke about it, how ready like heterosexual white men are to claim to know something depending on the knowledge of the listener, right? I can talk about botany all day, but as soon as we get to psychology, I'm like, well, it's a Steph day, so
yeah. Might as well give her this one.
Yeah, but so I mean, I don't know what the correlation is among various mental illness. I guess that's a safe word to categorize all these. For certain pairs of them, I'm pretty sure the correlation is non-zero. I'm not sure if there is a correlation between Alzheimer's and schizophrenia. I would have to look into that. But I guess Steph probably knows the answer.
So
go ahead.
We know there's some kind of relationship. When schizophrenia was originally discovered by Emil Kraepelin, or not discovered, but sort of named and theorized about by Emil Kraepelin, he called it dementia praecox, meaning like it was sort of like a precocious or early dementia, because there was these known similarities between people with schizophrenia and people with dementia. And then that idea was discredited as we learned more about schizophrenia, and saw how it is, and about dementia, and saw how they are different in certain ways. But more recently, we have realized that there are several genetic disorders where your risk of schizophrenia and your risk of dementia are both quite elevated. So, an example would be what's called 22q deletion syndrome, or sometimes velocardiofacial syndrome, which is the most common genetic disorder in people. And it raises your risk for both schizophrenia early on in your life and for Alzheimer's later. So we know because of that they're related in some way. And very recent research has just done this huge data mining sample and found that there's actually a lot of like that old idea them being related is actually probably correct, and it was discredited too early, and that there is some sort of link between dementia and schizophrenia, but we're not sure exactly what it is. There's definitely genes and inflammation and things like that involved. We also know that people with schizophrenia, their brain ages prematurely. So whether they get dementia or not, they look on brain scans like they are generally about 10 to 20 years. Their brains look 10 to 20 years older than the person actually is. So we know there's some sort of relationship between schizophrenia and brain aging, and between schizophrenia and dementia, but we're fairly new at figuring out what this all means. Or very late to what had already been figured out. I don't know.
You talked about like how there could be like genes, for example, like a genetic issue, I guess the way to phrase it is, that leads to both. But couldn't that just be because of like a common pathway type thing? Like if you get, like hit in the head really hard, then your brain can get damaged in various ways. And then, but you wouldn't say that like all of the different brain damages that you can get from getting hit in the head really hard are linked, beyond the fact that they're all in the brain, right? So could it be something like, or how do we know it's not simply, these genes are important for brain formation, and if you screw that up, then like any mental thing can go wrong in your brain. Not that there's a special link between these two specific mental illnesses.
Sure. So we know that there are some general risk factors, and they tend to contribute to sort of more general disorders. So, for example, almost every genetic syndrome raises your risk for ADHD, raises your risk for intellectual delay. Like, it's just generally your brain is functioning in a different way. But
is it intellectual delay? Is that the new term
for mental retardation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly correct.
For listeners who are not aware, maybe. So there's like this history in psychology of where there's like a scientific term for this concept, and then it gets used by like the general populace to become like an offensive insult, like retardation being an example. Idiot, I think, was also an example.
Imbecile was invented to reduce stigma.
the psychologists have to keep inventing new terms so as to not be offensive, right? And so I just wanted to check. Mental delay, was it called?
Intellectual delay.
Intellectual delay, okay.
Yep. But those are general, like they seem to involve a number of different brain pathways, or just sort of wholesale brain differences. Like there's just a lot of ways that you can develop ADHD. It could be chemical or structural or electric, or all the different ways that the brain works, and it could be along any number of pathways. So it could be frontal, or it could be sort of more midbrain. Like they're just sort of general risk factors. But schizophrenia and Alzheimer's both are caused by much more specific things that go wrong in the brain. So that's just, they're not, your risk for them is not raised by those general factors like a head injury or inflammation or things like that. At least not to the extent that they're raised in velocardiofacial syndrome or things like that. So people with velocardiofacial syndrome are at like 22 times the risk of schizophrenia, I think, and a very high rate of Alzheimer's later. I don't know what the risk is, but so we know that like
Before you
it's
move on,
not
sorry.
just.
I
What'd
just
you say?
Before you move on from what you just said, I want to give some context for people who might like the number might sound a little misleading because like the base rate presumably is a little bit low.
It's
right?
really low,
Like if you
right.
have like a 1 in a million
Right.
chance, then 22 times higher is 22 in a million chance, which is still pretty low.
Right.
So yeah, I
Right.
just wanted to give that context before we move on. Go ahead.
Right. So schizophrenia proper is about 0.7% of the population. So certainly most people with velocardiofacial syndrome do not develop schizophrenia, but a much higher percentage of them do than people in the general population. So it's a much higher risk. But even then, still you have more people with velocardiofacial syndrome who don't have schizophrenia than not. But because they're caused by sort of much more specific brain pathways, you're just not at risk for schizophrenia just because you got hit in the head or something like that. That doesn't raise your risk really. Even the really high risk factors like being born after your mother had an infection during the second trimester only raises your risk like threefold.
The point being
We
that
know
22 is a
that
lot bigger than 3.
22 is a lot, and some of the biomarkers that you see like in Alzheimer's, like those plaques that we can see, these tangles in the brain, are just not general. So we know that there's an actual genetic link as opposed to just a general risk factor.
Okay, and then regular John adds at the end, possible or chance of getting both Alzheimer's and schizophrenia. I can't imagine having both at the same time. Sounds horrible. They are already bad alone.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunately there's a lot of people. Let's see. Mental health and health risks are not evenly distributed. There's a lot of people who have a lot of problems, and then a lot of people who are relatively problem free. It's not just like everybody has an equal amount. It is kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean that's where to me points towards that like common causal pathway idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
That like it's not like well, I mean maybe there are specific parts of the brain where like this, if this specific spot goes wrong, you have Alzheimer's. If this specific spot goes wrong, you have schizophrenia. But what it seems like, because like usually you have a bunch of them and not or you're more, I don't know what the way to phrase it so that's accurate. That they cluster together probabilistically implies that like there's some earlier thing in the causal chain, right, that goes wrong, and then that causes everything downstream of it to go wrong.
Yeah, and unfortunately the answer is both processes happen, and more complexly both processes seem to happen in the same group of people. So for example, let's say you have something that's highly genetic like bipolar disorder. You know that's highly genetic. There's a genetic basis to it. We know that from twin studies and things like that. But we also know that neuroinflammation and stress and things like that also contribute to it. But if your family had someone in it who had bipolar disorder, probably they also had a lot of stress and some of these other biological markers. They may have had diabetes that they couldn't manage with their illness, and so these general and specific risk factors tend to cluster in families, and it creates additive risk that makes it even less equitable.
I think I also want to briefly touch on I think it's a little bit of a controversial topic, but it's not, super controversial. So Alzheimer's is I think is pretty bad, like everyone agrees. Schizophrenia, I think they're so-called like high functioning schizophrenia people, and there's the mental diversity movement type thing, where some people say they have schizophrenia, like they hear voices, but they know it's fake, quote unquote, and they can just live with it,
Right. So, like everything that we call a disorder, we're probably calling multiple things that disorder, and schizophrenia is one of them. We're probably calling several different things schizophrenia. But even in our current, with our current system, what we know is that roughly somewhere between a quarter and a third of people have one psychotic episode and then go on and kind of function pretty well. They may not be functioning at exactly the same level as peers with similar amounts of education and all whatever advantages they may have had in their life, but they're functioning pretty well. And then there's a group of about a third to a quarter who have some impairment but are not what you might necessarily think of as schizophrenic. When you picture someone with schizophrenia. And then there's about a third to a quarter, and that middle group might be a third to a half, to make my numbers add up. And then there's about a third to a quarter who have the really severe, really progressive disease that you would just obviously know as schizophrenia. And then there are people like the ones that you're mentioning, Neb, who have psychotic features. They're aware that they are experiencing something that everyone else would say is not there, like a voice or something like that. But they don't have schizophrenia in the sense that they don't have the negative symptoms of schizophrenia. They don't have the cognitive impairment and the lack of ability to follow instructions and to reach goals and things like that. So they don't have some of those other symptoms or the disorganized behavior, but they do have something psychotic that's happening. And some people in that position have called themselves as having high functioning schizophrenia, or have called it a sort of neurodiversity, something like that. There's it's called the hearing voices movement in the UK, where they say I hear voices and it's fine. I like them. I'm happy with them. I recognize that they're not real, and it's just part of my different way of being. It's tricky because lots of people actually hear voices, but don't think of it as psychotic. They're just sort of aware that your brain plays tricks on you sometimes, and we don't really know if the people in the hearing voices movement are just kind of exaggerating normal phenomenon that all the rest of us would endorse, or if they really do have something psychotic happening that is the only thing happening and they just kind of learn to live with it. That's a little up in the air right now.
Yeah, so two things I want to address in that one. So the first is it sounds like there's an analogy with the self-diagnosing autism thing, right? That we see. Yep. where a lot of, maybe it's become fashionable to be autistic in a sense. Mm-hmm. And so lots of people on Reddit or various social media will say, oh yeah, I have autism, because I guess the implication is, so you're probably smart, right? You're one of those tech people if you have autism. And then so it's flattering in that sense to say that you have autism.
Right. Or if you haven't achieved everything that you want in your life, it's not your fault.
You're smart, but also you have autism, and that's why.
Yeah. Isn't that terrible? Yeah. Yep. And so we don't know if the hearing voices movement is suffering from some of those same paradigm changes or whatever it is that's happening in that process, or if there really are people, because it's a small movement and it seems to be people who, I would never diagnose someone with a disorder if they weren't experiencing functional impairment. So I'm just yeah, that's normal. But they have said, no, I'm not normal. Other people would say I'm not normal, and yet I don't have a disorder, and you should just respect. Yeah, so I don't. Well, I don't it's know. Hard to. We haven't really decided what to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know that in their mental framework, they wouldn't phrase it as I don't have a disorder, right? They want to say I do have the disorder, right? I am schizophrenic.
They actually say this is part of the problem, is that part of what they're saying, like this is true in the self-diagnosis of autism movement as well. They've stopped calling it a people who've self-diagnosed now say it's a neurodiversity, and that it isn't a disorder. It's just a different neurotype. It's just a different way of being. So they're saying they have the disorder of autism that I would not agree that they have, and
it's not a disorder.
That it's not a disorder. So
Yeah.
it doesn't always necessarily. It's not always coherent. It's a social movement, and it hasn't coalesced in a way that necessarily makes sense yet.
Well, I guess it doesn't make sense. Like from their perspective, it's because there's a different categorization schema among professional psychologists versus a layperson, right?
Right.
Like, I guess
In
within professional psychology, autism is a disorder, but
it is. But again, there's lots of people who have what's called the broad autism phenotype, where they basically have some symptoms of autism, but they're not causing them functional impairment. So we don't call that a disorder. So when people say like, I have autism, but it doesn't cause functional impairment, so you shouldn't call autism a disorder, I'm like, well, if you don't have functional impairment, I would never call it a disorder. So you've created a straw man. So it's complicated, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so the other thing I wanted to bring up is you said like it's normal to hear voices, and that surprises me. I don't think I hear voices. Right. So what's the prevalence of that? Like,
the prevalence is hard to estimate because it depends on how you ask, and it depends on if you kind of prime people to say like, "Oh, that happens to you sometimes, right?" Versus,
only weird people do this. Are you?
Only weird people have this. Are you? Sometimes people have. You're right. So the majority of people report at least one what's called psychotic-like experience that occurs in their life. Seeing something that isn't there, hearing something that isn't there, feeling something that isn't there, something like that. Something like in kids, the prevalence rates go up to what do they go up to in kids? 84%, depending on how you ask, and in adults it's like 67%. So a lot of people, even under the most generous way of asking, say like, no, that never happens to me. Under the most generous way of asking, 2/3 of people say like, oh yeah, that's happened to me once in a while. About 8 or 9% of people say that happens to them fairly often. And about 3% of people say it happens and it's like impairing me in some way.
Yeah, I mean,
those are the prevalences.
When you talk about like different ways of phrasing it, like that's definitely the case, because one of the ways you phrase it is like, oh yeah, that does happen to me, which is specifically like, do you sometimes see something that's not there?
Right.
I was like, sure, everybody has, right? Like, you say, oh,
that's normal.
Yeah, it's my friend, and then you look and say, oh no, it's not my friend. It's someone.
Oh, that's not my friend. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
surely that's happened to everybody at some point. So then, like, fine.
Right, and that kind of confusion happens in people all the time. So when they say they're hearing voices, it's also not clear what they mean. When we ask them about the phenomenology, the texture of what they say they're hearing, they don't describe it in the same way that schizophrenic people describe their voices. But that doesn't mean they're not. Like this is all pretty subjective, right?
Yeah. So I mean, so I'm gonna bring in another topic, which is aphantasia, the idea that
oh yeah,
when you imagine something, some people like have a visual experience when they're imagining something. Like if you say like imagine Pinocchio, right? Some people like will see an image of Pinocchio in their mind's eye, and some people won't. They have like I guess mainly an intellectual or semantic experience rather than a visual one.
Yep.
I'm struggling because I do have the visual experience, so I don't know what it's like to not have the visual experience. People who don't have
I think I don't have the
experience.
visual experience, and the way you described it sounds fine to me.
Okay. So the people who don't have the visual experience is what they have something called aphantasia, which is supposed to mean like no, does not imagine, I guess, if you look at the Greek roots.
Aphantasia.
Yeah.
A meaning the skill is lost or doesn't exist. Yeah.
And fantasia like
meaning fantasize. Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason I'm quote unquote confident that I don't hear voices is because I think I have aphantasia for sound. You know, like when I imagine something that would have a sound, I don't hear
Oh, interesting.
sound in my mind's ear in a sense, you know?
Right. Okay.
And I don't know if that's normal. Do people usually, are they able to perceive sound in their imagination?
Wow. I have no idea. And what's hard about this is often our experience is so normal that we don't know. And even when we do try and guess, we're often wrong. Like when you then look at like I don't feel like I visualize things, but I also wouldn't say I don't visualize things because something visual is happening. Like when you say Pinocchio, I can like I don't think of anything, but when I'm left with an impression of a certain color of his skin, of his white cap, right? Like I'm black shoes, like I'm left with clear visual
Right.
information. And then like if you ask me to visualize, I try and do it, I can. So and I don't know what I typically do. And when you ask like do I hear sounds, do they play in my head when I'm picturing them?
Like, you know, imagine a steel ball falling onto a metal sheet, right? And then, so like, logically, we should make this clanging sound, right? And I can
Right.
from a semantic wise, like, yeah, but I don't like hear it, you know?
Right. I think I don't hear it unless you ask me to.
Even
And
like,
then I
when
can.
I try to
Similar-
hear it, I don't. Like,
You don't.
yeah, like I understand that it does, but like, of the sensations I'm having, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not sound that I'm having, you know? I'm experiencing.
Oh, that's fascinating. Can you hear a song in your head?
Hang on, I have music playing right now, so let me pause the music. Yeah, I think I can. Like I'm visualizing a song, and I think like I think that it is like I am perceiving. It's like you can tell, like even when you met, like for people without aphantasia, I don't know if how relatable this is to you, Steph, but like let's say I imagine Pinocchio, like I have my actual field of vision, right, where I see my computer, my screen, and all that, and I have a separate field of vision where I see Pinocchio, and I can distinguish between the two. I'm not like confused. I was like, oh, Pinocchio's actually in front of me, right? So in that same way, like I hear the song that I'm thinking of, but I can tell that I'm not really hearing it, right? So
Right. I think that's what happens.
sufficient enough for me to say yes, I am hearing it in my mind's ear. But for sound
Yeah,
effects,
see, this is why this stuff is so hard to figure out. I think I'm hearing the sound effect, or at least can, but do less of that with visualizing.
Okay.
So I think we have the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, fascinating.
Regular John adds, how about borderline personality disorder? Why is it called borderline? Differ from regular personality disorder and others like dissociative identity disorder, or are they all related? Because I also heard the term multiple personality disorder. I assume it has many names, just wondering if they are all related.
That's a great question. So all of the personality disorders have an adjective in front of them. So there's no like just regular personality disorder. There's borderline, there's 10 personality disorders. The ones you've probably maybe heard of are borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, schizoid personality disorder, maybe obsessive compulsive personality disorder are ones people have heard of. The reason that the adjective borderline is put in front of borderline personality disorder is it was one of the first ones talked about in the field of psychology, at which time psychoanalysis, the Freudian stuff, was very big. And the psychoanalysts conceptualized the borderline between healthy and neurotic as being this kind of gray area, and felt that people who had a borderline personality organization were in that borderline. And so that's where the word comes from, and it has just stuck around. It doesn't have any current meaning, other than that's just what the term has been called, and it hasn't been turned into an insult yet, so we're keeping it.
I guess it's in that sense, it's similar to like when you name a disease after the person who discovered it, right?
A person,
like,
yeah,
like that
exactly.
name doesn't mean anything aside the historical context in which it was discovered.
Exactly. Great example. And people with borderline personality disorder do dissociate. They have these moments where they feel like they're not real, or the world isn't real, or they aren't sure who they are. They have these like little moments of dissociation. When you have a lot of that dissociation and don't have the other symptoms of borderline personality disorder, and your dissociation becomes really complicated to the point where you might even have multiple senses of your identity, multiple personalities, if you will. We call that dissociative identity disorder. And as you hit on regular John, it used to be called multiple personality disorder. That became an insult. Now we call it dissociative identity disorder.
That's an insult, man.
So, yeah. But and you know what was happening is that people were confusing multiple personality disorder with schizophrenia, for one, and they thought that the person had to have multiple personalities in order to have dissociative identity disorder. And we found that that's not necessarily true of people with dissociative identity disorder. They don't necessarily, like those things you've seen on TV of like the 3 Faces of Eve or something, a more recent one, Me, Myself, and I with Jim Carrey or something like that. That's not really how dissociative identity disorder commonly presents. So that's another reason behind the name change.
All right. I don't have anything else to add. It looks like regular John doesn't for now, so maybe we can move on to the game.
Sure.
Do you see my screen, Steph?
Let's see.
Should be a black screen right
Twitch,
now, but because it's
kind
loading,
of.
you might see my
Where's
cursor.
it going? Yeah, for some reason it's popped out.
That
And
tour
weird.
was really
Yes.
interesting, don't
Sorry,
you think?
let me lower the volume a bit. Regular John says, "What is dissociative identity disorder then?"
It's when a person dissociates so much that they may not remember actions they took or things that they learned or something like that when they were in an altered state. So, for example, they may cordon off the angry part of themselves, and when they're angry, when they're no longer angry, they may not remember what they did or felt or saw or kind of anything that happened when they were in that angry state. So it may not necessarily be like, there might not be a personality. You might not like have Stanley, the 45-year-old longshoreman, but you might sort of split off that angry part of yourself. And then when you're back to your normal self, or one of your other states of being, you may not remember or have access to what happened to you when you were in that angry state.
Bending these bars shouldn't be a problem. I just have to tie them up and twist them. Oh, so it's the same freaking puzzle over and over and over again. This is like the 3rd time we've done this exact solution, I think.
Yeah.
Or bending bars out of the way. Oh, chest piece. 75 out of 70. We must be near to the end of the game. Of course, it's completely out of fuel. So, do you remember what's going on in this game? This is the bonus
We're
chapter.
in the bonus chapter.
Yeah.
And we're solving a new crime. Yep. That
Yeah,
clears
so
it up.
The first crime was like a sculptor. Someone murdered people by putting them inside of sculptures or something like that. Like, I guess you dip the person's body in plaster or cement or something like that, and then like you kill them first, and then you dip their body in, and then you have the statue, and you put the statue somewhere like in the park or something like that, and everyone's like, oh, what a pretty statue, and then like it slowly crumbles, and then like, oh no, there's a person inside. That was the first case, and we solved it. Although I don't remember exactly what happened, because I think we like that whole statue things sort of like fell to the wayside, and then there was like arsonist or something like that, and the statue thing was never really brought up again. And then we caught somebody, and then the game was like, yeah, you caught the right guy, so I guess we caught the right guy.
Good job.
And then so that was the first quest, and now we're in the bonus chapter where it's something like just some politician was going to be elected, but then they got kidnapped or something like that, and
Oh right, yeah, and her house was on the person's house was
the
on
alleged
fire.
kidnapper. His house was on fire, and we rescued her, and she's like, "What? No, I wasn't the kidnapper." And so I guess that's a plot twist. But now I have no idea what we're doing. Like, why are we on this pier? You know, like what's going on? I guess
We're looking for clues.
Well, I guess we were persuaded that she's in fact innocent, and now we're going after the real killer in some sense. Although, like, you know, why we think the killer's here is unclear to me. And do we have any idea who the killer might be, or maybe not killer, maybe it's kidnapper? Also unclear to me. You know, like there's a lot of I don't know what we're doing or why we're here going on right now.
We're doing some chores. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I feel like this would not work. Well, maybe if it's a metal cone. Like most combs I've seen are plastic, right? So there's no way that would ever work. Like the plastic of the comb. The plastic of the comb would break before I do that. I'm having trouble saying comb. I'm saying like cone is
Comb is a hard word, yeah.
That's my instinct.
I was just watching Ant-Man, which has Michael Douglas in it, and it's so amazing to me that he can't say the word everything.
What does he say?
He says everything.
Like everything?
Yeah, everything. And it's just kind of fascinating that like nobody's been able to fix that in all of his years.
It's too high. I need something long enough to put on the lever. This is like a weirdly shaped... Sorry, excuse me, I coughed. A weirdly shaped fire iron. Like, it looks like it has a little handle or loop at the end. So that's why I said maybe this is what I used to put on the thing. It is what I do. Except the loop is just, I guess, a decoration. It wasn't actually a loop. This looks dangerous to touch. What if I turn it... Oh, it's off already. So why is it sparking like crazy? Dog food. Oh, can opener, of course. What's the other thing we need? Sleeping pills. This is sort of like presumptuous, I guess, in the sense, like, I don't know if there's a better word, because we haven't found a dog that we want to put to sleep yet. So how do we know that we already want to lace the dog food with sleeping pills?
Isn't there a dog though?
That was before, in the last quest.
Oh,
we did
crap. Okay.
drug that dog.
All right.
Now we have
Fair.
a new can of dog food. No new dog. And oh, here's the dog. He looks friendly though. Why do we want to drug him? Why can't we just like give him head pats and then walk on? You know? Because the other dog was definitely mean. He was like barking at us. He was like a Doberman or something like that. You know, like a guard dog. This one looks like just a normal friendly dog.
Friendly.
Yeah. It looks 77 out of 78. We're almost there. It would be easier to move the cart if there was one more wheel. Yeah, but it's not that hard to move it. Despite
It's not that hard.
So we
Yeah.
can just reach around and grab the flashlight or whatever this is, you know? We don't actually have to like repair the cart before we do that. Arthur, when you catch Alex, bring him to my ship. There are many security guards here and no one will see us. So usually if there are many security guards, that means lots of people will see you. But in this case, apparently the opposite is true.
Also, I just love being like,
Why is she,
Arthur exclamation point.
why is she worried about being seen? I have a bad feeling about this. I better hurry and find Alex. Wait, so are we
Or one of
sympathetic
the many
towards Noelle?
security guards? I don't know.
Because from that note, I was like, oh, so Noelle is the bad person. I was gonna say bad guy, but I guess that's gendered a little bit. The villain.
Did we learn
maybe.
what happened at the antique shop?
There's an antique shop?
We gotta check for learning what happened there.
I bet this chain couldn't withstand something corrosive. Oh, you're talking about on the diary thing I just opened.
Yeah, yeah.
Get out of the trap. Were we in a trap?
Wasn't there was like a bathtub? I might be thinking of the first.
Well, I think all of these are for the second game.
Yeah.
And we also, for whatever reason, we never got the check mark for this one. So
Or the
this,
auction
Beatrice
house.
is the person we initially thought was the kidnapper. But
I
her
thought
house
we
was
got
on
into her house.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm saying it's weird that there's no check mark here. There's a fire. We got into her house, and then she's like, "Yeah, I didn't kidnap him." You know, someone else did, I guess. And so then I guess we did this. Like this again, despite the lack of check mark, we probably did it. We got into Action House. This guy, he's the guy who had the cane or something like that, right?
Oh yeah.
And then he gave it to us, and then I think maybe he was like, "But and you should search the antique shop next door." So then we did that.
Oh yeah.
And then we got into a
Then we
trap
learned what
of some
happened
sort.
and got into a trap.
I don't remember the trap.
And we got right out of it.
Yeah. So I don't remember the trap, but now I guess we're trying to find Alex because we found a note from Noelle. Don't know who Noelle is. Saying like, you know, bring Alex here. And it was to someone else, and I already forgot who Arthur? Yeah. Noelle's telling Arthur.
Exclamation point.
Oh, wasn't it someone's mom? I remember the trap now. We were like in the warehouse, and she poison gassed us.
Okay.
It was like some woman, right? And her henchman. And she started pumping poison, and I was like, while she was in the room, and I was making a joke about that, like, lady, you're in the room with me while you're trying to poison me. And then she left. Anyway.
What if I wasn't paying great attention by that
You were
point?
half asleep. Like that's
Yeah,
so last
that's
stream
right.
I was like, we probably don't have time to do the bonus mission.
Right.
Like, no, we have time. And then like, okay, and then like and then you fell asleep while we were doing the bonus mission.
But you spent 487 hours on one of those mini game puzzles. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean, so this doesn't work. I don't know if people have dogs in real life. If you do what this guy just did here, the dog's gonna eat all the food around the pill and then not eat the pill. Right? I mean, isn't that a universal experience? Where
Do
if
you
just-
remember spending 1,000 hours on...
Yes, I remember. I'm not denying that.
Okay.
I'm moving on to another topic here.
You were like, yeah, but don't give sleeping pills to your dog. That's the important message.
So the thing is, if you want to give a pill to your dog, you have to like grind it up or something like that.
Or put it in butter.
Oh, I didn't know about that
That
trick.
slips right down their throat.
Okay,
Yeah,
but if you just stick a pill in their food, they're not going to eat the pill. They're going to eat the food
they
all
don't
around
eat
the
the
pill.
pill. It's true.
So I just realized I was supposed to pay attention to something because it says select the tiles that paw prints mind the order. So it was like
Yeah.
it's a memory game, and I was talking, so I didn't know that I had. I think it was something like this, but who knows? Oh, okay, starting from here. Why do I have to take the exact same path that the dog took? Is it because like there are traps or something like that, and the dog
'Cause he
somehow
drugged the dog.
knows the correct path to avoid the traps? What the fuck is this?
It's a dancing dog.
Like, so this falsifies the trap theory, right?
I don't think the trap theory was a good theory.
But then, like, if you reject that, you're left with a worse, like Occam's razor situation. You
Yeah,
know,
like
which
that
is
plants have vision.
which is like, why are we walking in this specific route then?
No one knows.
Oh yeah, this thing. Sponge, sharp shell, pegs, wrench. Can I sponge this? Nope. Here, this is the lady that tried to poison us. And I guess this must be Alex?
Shouldn't have cheated me. This mask belongs with my family.
Oh, right, she wanted the mask.
Back because you
Oh yeah, because it belonged to
A guy who sexually harasses her grandmother or
her
something like that.
grandma. Yes, something horrifying like that.
keep silent until then.
And like, it's not like she's like, oh, the guy, you know, harassed my grandmother, and so I'm angry at that guy.
I need evidence. Yeah,
and I
no.
wanna
It was
punish
like,
him.
this
It's
is
like-
a precious family
I
heirloom.
want to never forget that my grandmother was
Yeah.
sexually harassed. So I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
this mask to remind me forever. So yeah. Hey, look, so yeah, that's chess pieces.
Wow.
Someone tried to hide this box, but I've got eyes like an eagle. I just wish I had the wings too. Look at him jumping, ineffectively trying to reach it, like, as opposed to like, you know, putting a knee on this box, for example, and then.
I don't know. It'd be a lot easier to move if it had an extra wheel.
Are these bear traps? These are all traps, so I'll need 3 triggers. Well, I have 3 pegs. Does that help?
I guess.
Grabber. I barely know her.
And that was definitely way easier than just standing on one of those crates.
If I inflate this boat, will it be able to lift those crates? I mean, depending on how strong your inflating thing is. So this item was clearly not in the box when it was up there. Like, we could see the top of the box, and this thing's sticking out of the box. Wires, matches, water. Do we inflate it with water? Because water is less compressible than air, so it'd probably be a better tool, actually. Right? Pneumatic.
I don't think you should put water inside your boat.
It's sealed shut. Just smash the glass. Nope. Alright, Alex or Archer or Noel or whoever you are, we're gonna... You call this a control panel without levers is a useless hunk of junk. We'll be back later. Good luck.
Bye!
Well, because I know what the water's for. I'm pretty sure.
I gotta do some chores. Good luck with your kidnapping.
I'm not sure what it's for. What the heck? Instructions and hook? Instructions for what and hook? Oh, is it for detangling? They have an instruction for detangling the wires? Because they know exactly how the net is tangled. That's why there's an instruction that tells you how to detangle them.
Yep.
Position the circles so that they complete the picture. Select 2 adjacent circles to swap them. Circles can only move along lines. This is probably empty at the end because because it would be pure yellow, and I don't see any circle that's pure yellow. This probably goes here, so let's get this guy here temporarily. I think that's the first step of the plan. What? Do it? Okay, there we go. Why? I feel like the controls are very finicky. Okay, step 1 complete. Then what? Here we want yellow and green, so we want this guy over here, which is pretty easy to do. Yeah, actually, I think we basically have it solved. Oops, why didn't it move? Oh, there's no path here. Okay, so there's a little bit of trickiness. Oh, you can swap them! Okay, never mind. Game for babies.
If only you'd read the instructions.
It said, well, I mean, it says you can move them adjacently, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a cartwheel.
Like the gymnastics move?
Yeah. The abstract concept. Where was it up here? Yeah, so do it. Fix the wheel. So a fishing rod? Why do we want a fishing rod? To get this thing, obviously. I can't possibly reach it without some help. Okay, so does that mean it's locked, or what's the problem here? What the heck is this? Levers. It's sewn shut. I'll need to cut the threads with my sharp shell, obviously. Mineral water? I don't know what that's for. The hatch is broken. I'll break it first to see. Oh, okay, so this time he said what's wrong. I'm a little bit stumped. I don't know what to do now. Mineral water matches. Oh, do we have to wash off the gunk maybe? when he says it's sealed shut. Yeah, that's it. This little fish swam away. Air pump. Remote control. I mean, this is like a car lock unlock thing, but I don't remember seeing a car that was locked. The mechanism can't work with the wires established this. I'll replace them and insulate them. So I need like an insulator or something.
Yeah.
What do I need the matches for? And,
Is that trap door openable?
this one is the thing. He says he needs to smash it or something like that. I'm
Sorry.
thinking we need an axe or.
Oh.
Find the differences between the left and right side.
50%. The fishing lure. The anchor on the cup. The hats. The tuna versus squid. The binoculars.
So basically everything.
What is... Yeah.
Because like
Just click on all of
there's
the
no reason to
things.
suspect that the left side of the room would be the same as the right side of the room. Like, so by default, everything is different. Like I'm trying to click on this thing too, but I guess it's the middle and therefore symmetric or something.
Yeah. I think there's like a little hook that attaches to one of the things on the left side. There's like do you see the above the cup kind of? Yeah, that thing.
It was the cup itself. Apparently, it was the remaining thing that we were missing.
Okay.
Fuel.
Oh, I thought for sure it would ask us for a funnel. Hey, there's some tape.
But where's the funnel in that? Probably not safe to do
Definitely
this.
connect it first and then insulate the wires.
Well, I mean, you
Definitely
probably have to,
accurate.
right? Like, given the way it's set up. But even then, it's still not safe. Like, don't do that in real life type of thing.
Don't do that.
Wait, is this how we break it open? It is.
Yep.
Also, don't do this in real life.
Right.
Don't do anything in this game in real life.
Yeah.
Not just because it's dangerous, because it's not always dangerous, but often because, like, it's stupid, too.
A bad idea.
Like, you know, carts in your
Don't
way.
kidnap people and make them into statues. Like, don't do that.
Well, I mean, depends, you know. If you have to
Nope.
consent, it's okay.
Nope. Nope. Don't do that.
Did you see the sign changed? Like, it's low one sign, and then maybe it was only the easy sign when the screen loaded, and then it said, "Oh, we're in hard mode," and it changed the sign to hard mode.
Yeah.
Take the net pieces
These players are advanced.
and throw them on the criminal using the claw. The available actions are listed in the clue: unclench, clench, and drag. Position the
Unclench,
levers
clench, and drag.
a way shown in the clue and press the button to perform the action. So I don't position the lever like left or right, I guess. I want to unclench. Is this unclench? No? Do I want to move it down first? Yeah, okay, so it's a little misleading. So I move it down. Then I clench, I guess. Then I move it up. How is this hard?
I think they're literally telling you what to do, right?
Yeah. And then do I go down or do I guess I go down, right? Like, because clench doesn't seem to mean also unclench. Oh, I just place it on her arm gently. And also she doesn't like notice or
Nope.
care.
She's got some important standing that she's doing.
We're doing it on her again. We're just... This is like, you know when you have a cat that's just sleeping there and then you like pile things on top of the cat to see at what point will it react?
Yeah.
That's what this is. You put a couple books, some DVDs, maybe like a can of Coke. So what is the easy puzzle then if this is the hard puzzle?
Maybe you only have to do one layer.
Wait, are we kidnapping this guy too? We are. Oh no! And this guy's like, why me? Like, what the fuck? I'm all tied up. What are you expecting to do?
Solved 2 crimes at once. Noel and Arthur will go to jail for kidnapping and Alex for fraud. They'll be going away for a long time. Case closed.
Hooray, I guess. We did it.
Why do you suppose it's called Word of the Law?
I don't know.
Alright.
Congratulations, you completed the game. Oh, you didn't click on the window and then things happen? Can you click other things in here? Nope. Maybe it was a coincidence.
So I think we got all of the chess pieces, although
Yeah.
nothing particularly exciting happened, but as per
mean,
usual, we
yeah.
didn't find everything.
Well, I was about to say, usually nothing particularly exciting happens.
Yeah.
Statuettes?
So we found all the mini statues?
I don't know. I don't know how to
Did
see.
we find all the detective stuff? Oh, it just shows us where they are. Okay. Weird.
You want to purchase this item? And the only answer is yes. Like, no, X. I do not want to purchase this item. They probably mean with in-game money, not real life money, but even then.
Either way, it just sounds very weird.
GG, thanks, Shakar. I
You
mean, now we
own
definitely
the
have time.
abstract concept
So,
to
start the next one. Family Mysteries, Poisonous Promises.
fantastic.
Let me set up the Twitch
I
category.
am looking forward to a new game.
Family Mysteries, Poisonous Promises.
Is this by the same company or a different company?
Probably the same company, but I'm not
All
sure.
right.
I don't remember who the first company was. Yeah, wait. Well, Legacy Game, I guess, is a publisher. I guess this is the developer, and I don't know who that, if that was the same as not. This is some programming code here on the as written on Notepad. Like I return and then a bunch of close brackets is very recognizable as programming stuff.
Okay.
Elena, Veronica, these are for you.
Oh, Mark, thank you. Thank you, my love.
For the better future.
Were those people in a throuple?
Or maybe they're family members?
Oh.
I mean, it says Family Mysteries.
Oh.
Play. Custom. Hit recharge time, whatever. Minigame skip time, whatever. Misclick, fine. Hit recharge time, hit object, that's fine. No actions, yes. Hit object sparkles, definitely not if that's what I think it is.
And I think it tells you when there is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I'm thinking that's glimmering, but I'm not sure.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
What I'm worried this is that when you're in a hidden object, it says, by the way, the object is here, you know?
Here it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
And I guess probably no tutorial.
Finally, I finished the paperwork for my latest solved case. The rest of the evening is all about soft classical music and relaxing. I don't believe my luck. What do you want now?
Why don't you
Duke?
sign off then? Like, if you don't, put do not disturb mode. Duke the Trollmaker is how I have him in my contact list.
Yeah.
Oh look, her
Duke
mouth, her
makes
hand moves like the same way mine
Oh
does.
wow. That's cool.
Yeah. Can I do the red?
No one
hang
can
up?
say no to Duke the troublemaker.
I can't. I can't click no. All right.
You can't say no to him.
Oh god, annoying spam. This guy always spamming me.
The
Oh,
Gore
here's the hidden
Bank guy?
objects. Our martini
Rent a
glass.
Oh wow.
Where-
It was kind of different.
Yeah, can I move? Oh, I can actually move the windows around. Oh no, I can't, but I
Oh,
can
wow.
bring them up to the thing. So where would the martini glass be? Probably here? No, that's cosmetic. Maybe the tropical thing? Here it is, martini.
Yeah, there it is.
Diving mask, that's part of the sharks.
There it is.
Red lipstick.
And
Cosmetics.
then yeah,
Microphone, I think we saw, yeah, here it is.
yeah.
Eyeliner.
This is
Pod
different. I haven't
cosmetics.
seen this before.
Yeah, definitely original. Is this eyeliner? You're the
Yeah,
expert.
we'll say yes. I'm the expert.
Yeah.
Ah,
Fins.
you're the expert on fins.
I do. I am a licensed scuba diver.
No, you're not.
I am. You didn't know that about me? I'm serious. I'm serious. I had to take certification. It's like a driving
I think you're
test.
certified.
I mean,
Are you licensed?
yes.
You have a license to
Yes, I
dive?
will. After the stream, I will send you a scan of the card that they gave me.
Okay. All right.
It's like it's literally like the driver's license type thing.
All
You
right.
have to take a practical
Okay.
exam, you have to take a theoretical exam, and you get a card.
All right.
And I'm licensed for a certain depth. I don't remember what it is, like 500 meters or something like that. If you
All right.
if you
Like
need
a
to-
watch.
if you need to dive, yeah, like if you need to dive deeper, there's like more advanced techniques you have to learn, which I did not learn. But yeah, I'm 100% serious. This is. I thought you would have known. Like I thought it would have come up in our conversations at some point. So this is sunset, I'm guessing, but it's not actually. So where's the
I think
sunset?
it's so
This one?
I think it's so like incongruous that I've repressed it. Like that can't possibly be true. Like you hate the outdoors. How could you prefer underwater?
No, that's true. It's. So, I learned a little bit of Greek. I've forgotten basically all of it now. Why did I learn Greek? It's not because I'm like, boy, I sure want to learn Greek. It's because in I'll say college. It's Cégep for people who know the Quebec education system. If you don't know it, then just imagine I say college. In college, they were like, you have to take a foreign language as one of your classes to graduate. And the choices were like, I don't remember, it's like Italian and a bunch of other things. And I'm like, I don't want to learn any of these, but I have to, right? So I'm like, okay, Greek maybe might serve me in science, by tracing the roots of words or something like that. So I took Greek. That's like, so the scuba diving was a similar thing. I was like on vacation with my dad, maybe in the Caribbean. I don't remember exactly. And then there's like nothing to do, right? Because it's a vacation. And one of the things is like, do you want to learn scuba diving? I'm like, sure, why not? Because I'm like bored out of my mind. So I took scuba diving lessons. And they give you a textbook. You say, memorize, all this. And then they have the theoretical exam where you answer all the questions. And then when you pass, they're like, okay, now we're going to go to this, like a swimming pool where, you can just, if something goes wrong, you just stand up, right? But you go in there and they give you the stuff you practice, you rehearse various things, like you rehearse running out of oxygen, what you do, you know, and things like that. Then you go into the ocean and then do the thing again. And then that's the final exam, and then once you pass that, they give you your license.
How old were you?
Early 20s, I'd say.
How did you keep the water from touching you?
You have to accept that the water is going to touch you when you do scuba diving, unfortunately. Where the heck would... Oh,
Alright.
Kiss is probably this one. Key. Oh, glad we got rid of all that spam, and now I still can't hang up on him.
No, you missed his call, so you're just gonna watch the voicemail. Thank goodness.
No, wait, why am I calling him?
Hey,
Cancel,
partner.
hang up.
Anything important or...
I know it's your day off, and I'm sorry to bother you, partner, but I have a drowning victim that looks ominous. More than usual. It's a murder or an accident. I need your expertise.
Okay.
to help me with this one.
This person drowned, and it's either a murder or an accident.
All right.
So it wasn't like...
After this, we're
I guess
even.
suicide would be the other option. I was about to say, what else could it be?
Down. I've sent a driver for you. See you there.
Objective complete. Video call Duke. New objective, and I already missed what it was.
Meet with Duke.
Good evening, Detective Officer Lynch here. Detective Duke sent me to pick you up. I'm waiting for you downstairs. Hurry,
Driver's
please.
already
Fuck
here?
you.
That could only mean... Ugh. Duke sent the driver before he even asked me for help. That's awfully presumptuous.
Or Officer Lynch is the bad guy.
Oh, are all those calls I missed from Duke? To help or not to help? I don't care. I'm angry with Duke. I'm staying home to catch up on reading. Duke needs my help. That's all that matters. I will not let him down. Literally, I'm gonna do this because I have to know what happens when you're like, I'm not taking
I've
this
never
case.
seen this in a hidden object game
Yeah.
either.
Partner, I'm sorry that it looks like I haven't left you any choice. I would never do anything to harm or insult you in any way. You know how much I respect you. Please, if you're having second thoughts about helping me, please, I can't do this without you.
All right. But after this, we're even.
Okay, so there's no choice. Like, even if you say I'm not gonna help him, you help him in the end anyway. Which I guess is kind of a standard, although lazy, way of doing this in games. Question mark on the strawberry. The scent is gone. He'll need a new one. I don't need a backup for now, at least. Maybe if we separate, I should take that walkie-talkie.
Good evening, Detective. Here, Detective Duke said you'll need the case file.
Thank you, officer.
I like how the police officers are kind of hot.
I guess all the guys are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Explode at sea tonight. Well, isn't Hidden Object like a female demographic in a sense?
It is, but they usually don't bother making the guys. Yeah.
2 survivors. Wait, what is this? I thought one person died. So were there any survivors too? Apparently, a young man, Mark Benton, and a young woman, Elena Gore. I thought just someone drowned. Like when you say 2 survivors, isn't there like 7.8 billion survivors? You know.
I think a boat capsized. Look, it's exploding.
What am I doing here? I'm just moving photos around.
Yep.
Like, oh, these are the people from the intro, I just realized. Right, the trouble that you were mentioning. Weather report. What's this, precipitation? I guess it's the blue thing. What's the black line? This must be wind, direction, and amplitude. Temperature. Yeah,
I
don't
think
know.
that's humidity.
Black line? Blue line?
I think the
Whatever.
black line is maybe I don't know.
I just realized we might have been missing text down here because I wasn't paying attention. It says the weather forecast for tonight, rain and thunderstorm. Why did they go out to sea if they had known the storm was coming? I think people go out to sea all the time when they know the storm is coming. Like, it's not a big deal, I think. Right? Like, maybe if it's a severe storm, but it didn't look particularly severe from the image. The nearby Coast Guard lighthouse received an SOS signal at 21:13. Both survivors stated that the third person was on board and is now missing. She's Mark's fiancée and Elena's sister. Yeah, see, they're basically found. I guess, I mean, it's one couple and her sister. A young red-headed girl, aged 27, named Veronica Gore. Wasn't there an advertisement, like a spam thing that we had that also had Gore as a name?
Yeah, Gore Bank.
What am I supposed to do here? The survivors are taken care of at the general hospital. The cause of the explosion, possible engine malfunction. To summarize, a young red-headed girl is missing from the shipwreck. Let's see what's hidden inside the yellow folder. The body of Jane Doe washed ashore at the Shark Bay tonight. It's your favorite, Steph.
Yeah. Bins.
An anonymous caller phoned in to report the body. The location from which the call was made is unknown. An ambulance is waiting for me to check the body before it is transported to the morgue. At first I thought I just said yes, you know, because the E was hidden inside the envelope.
I thought the first word was feet.
I like how in the official police report they have a little sticker of a knife with blood on it.
Yeah.
Very professional guys. Are these two cases connected?
What if the two accidents are connected?
I should photograph this so I can examine it later.
Well, we've arrived, Detective.
It's a little inconsistent when they voice the lines and when they don't.
Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming, partner. The body is already bagged, but you can still investigate and use anything you need from the ambulance. Also, you can inspect the spot where the body was found. Here, it's pretty dark out there.
Thank you. Was it Mark? Mark the troublemaker?
Duke.
No, Duke the troublemaker, yeah. Okay, I want to click this moth before it flies away, but I guess we're not gonna. The drowning washes up on that shore something something. Also, here's a frog.
Mm-hmm.
A frog jumping into the sea. Now I've seen everything. I said we need to find like ghostly objects, spectral apparitions, transforming whatevers, probably. But we don't know what we're looking for yet. Chess pieces. Oh, there's some off. Clicking it does nothing.
Iguanas.
Wow, that's an amazing creature. It's too dark down there. I need a source of light. Okay, so traditional hidden object puzzle here. This looks like a star constellation, the first one, right? Yeah, here it is. Then the crab.
On the red thing in the middle to the right.
Have you... I mean, I'm just making conversation here because I can guess the answer. Have you been affected by the inflation of prices of food?
Gas a little bit.
But not food?
Not as much, no.
For me, that's the huge one. Like...
That's the one you've noticed?
Yeah. I guess, like... You would know that I wasn't affected by the gas price much, but maybe the viewers don't know that,
right, yeah,
that
sure.
I don't drive at all. I don't own a car.
Because you scuba dive everywhere.
Yeah. But like, you know, I maybe like once a year or something like that, I'll like say, I'll get the urge to have like lobster or crab or something like that, right? And then so I'll go to like Whole Foods? Yeah, Whole Foods. But nowadays it's like, it's so expensive. I'm like, holy shit. Trying to buy crab or lobster.
What? Yeah, I don't eat crab or lobster, so I don't know. I mean, I think of them as quite expensive already.
Yeah, they were, but they're not like, you know, 2022 levels of expensive.
Mm.
I can't find this lizard that we're looking for. It is pretty expensive, so that's why it's like a once a year treat kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Chugger says, I just got an EV, so gas prices don't bother me either.
Oh, nice.
But are energy prices, like electricity prices, going up also because of inflation?
Okay, right underneath your cursor. Nope, too far.
This thing?
Yeah, is that it?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. It does have like the mouth, like a turtle head here, but then I don't know what this thing is down here.
Okay.
There's this vague sense, I think, of everything becoming more expensive, but
Yeah.
to different degrees. I heard like in Europe particularly, energy prices are going crazy because they were reliant
Yeah.
on Russia for natural gas, and
Yeah.
that's not happening anymore.
I wonder if we have to look in things. Like, can we open that cage?
So some of these you see are blue,
Uh-huh.
and so that's why I'm wondering if that's but yeah, you're right, we don't know the rules exactly. Who locked you inside, you poor thing? Easy now, little one, I'll free you in a snap of scissors. What a phrasing. I'll free you in a snap of scissors. Here's the octopus, right?
Right.
So that means, like, so what
It implies.
what Steph and I are referring to, for people who aren't as familiar with hidden object games, is sometimes you have to quote unquote do something before you uncover the object. Like, for example, we probably have to free this turtle, and then like turtle isn't one of the objects here, it looks like, so maybe when we free the turtle he'll swim into the ocean, and underneath him you'll see like this shell, for example, perhaps. And so the idea is that a lot of hidden object games will indicate somehow which objects you can find immediately and which ones you need to do something to find. And I just know this Ace of Spades thing is like flickering, right? So I'm guessing it's like in the water or something like that, and as this tide rises or lowers. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the Ace of Spades thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a heart, so now it says you can't access it. But yeah, so the idea is like, here's the octopus, and the octopus is in this color, which implies that this color is the color that things are when you can find them, which means we should be able to find the lizard right now, although we're struggling. But again, that's an assumption based on our experience with other hidden object games, and maybe it doesn't work that way in this game. Maybe, you know, it could be that the color coding indicates something else, or it could be like a bug in the game, and that is what the color coding indicates, but they got it wrong in this specific case, or whatever. There's the bottle opener. R is this thing, I guess? I don't even know what this is. Here's the Ace of Spades, and now they're all blue objects except for the lizard, so we have to do something. So we need scissors, and we need something to free this guy. Sadly, for whom the bell tolls, the balance must be restored. Yeah, so this is a good example. So this is a yin-yang necklace, right? And so that's what it's asking you to find here, but it's not complete, so we probably have to find here this, the other part. Stick in here, and now it highlights into that color that says now you can find that object. But I'm getting more and more concerned about, like, where is this freaking lizard then? That's not the proper food for a big bird like you. Chugger says electricity prices are going up, but not as much as gas. Okay. Careful, or I'll be the catch of the day. It's locked. Poor thing. Don't worry. I'll find a crank and set you free. We need a crank. This thing. Fly, little one. Be free. Oh, wow, this is a multi-step thing. Free the parrot to get the scissors to free the turtle. To get the conch shell. And the food for the bird. It's very linear in that sense, actually. You have to do them in exactly that order to get all those items. And now the frickin' lizard. Is a lizard on the right below the axe? This is like a chain, I think, a chain link.
I think the axe that's on the log.
Oh. I don't see a lizard here.
The log is oddly drawn, so like on my screen I'm kind of like, is that a thing? But
yeah. I mean, I'm clicking around, but the game's not reacting. Are we actually gonna have to use a hint on the freaking hidden object? For like the first time in like a year or something like that? Maybe 2 years even. Wow, that's fast. Slow down there, buddy.
oh, palm frond above the pelican.
Yeah. Medallion necklace. Wow, she picks it up out of the frame. I've never seen that in the Hidden Object game either. Veronica, you're the best. Signed, Elena. Oh, the shipwreck. Mark and Alina. I knew it. The cases are connected. I better photograph it for later deduction. I love interesting innovations in this one. He's right. I should inspect the spot where I thought we just did that. Or is this a spot? She was clearly poisoned because there's like green. What the heck? Who the fuck is that? Oh, is he like the fodder or something like that? Yeah. There's like this. We see like a spooky green face, whatever.
Please calm down. You shouldn't be.
And then like this guy comes running at us with his arms outstretched.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but my beautiful daughter.
I'll take him to the hospital. Let's go to Elena, Mr. Gore. She needs you now.
Poor man, it's terrible to outlive your own child. Those green lines are yet another piece of evidence. I'll need it for later deduction. So probably this game is gonna have that deduction system, right? Which we have seen in previous games, where you have to like assemble photographs together to like piece together.
You don't usually have to examine a corpse, though.
Yeah, that's true. We're just gonna steal this watch, right? Because she doesn't need it anymore.
She doesn't need it anymore. And grab it out of the frame.
For my Veronica / Mark. A note from Mark. Interesting. The watch stopped. That's the time of death then. Well, I mean, maybe wait for confirmation from the autopsy.
Nah.
This message crossed the ocean, possibly, but I don't get it. Arthur, Christy is a good man. I'm the real executioner, Mary Kelly. Oh, it's
Why did
Arthur
you put
Christy.
a comma?
I thought there was a comma. Arthur, comma. Christy is a good man. No, but Arthur Christy is a good man. I'm the real executioner, / Mary Kelly. Wait, we're just gonna put it back? What's... I don't understand. Like, is that just for fun, or is like because it's not an item in the inventory, and we didn't?
I think it's just for fun.
We didn't take a picture of it for our deductions. Is it maybe a reference to one of their previous games?
I don't know.
Oh, that reminds me. I should get a full physical when I'm done with this case. I have no idea what this is. Like, I guess it's a microscope or something? It's protected with 3-number code. Maybe there's clues from... Oh, okay. So it's a microscope with a lock on it for some reason.
Yeah. Maybe put the caduceus on that box.
It's amazing how modern science can help medicine and also what still can't be detected on time. Look at this heart. This guy must really love first aid. Medical bag. Just grab everything, I guess. Right? And by
Nope,
everything, I mean
just-
these two things.
Those two things.
DNA solution. That is not a cotton swab, but okay. A leg cast plus a lot of medication can transform pain into a smile? I hope that's not right. Wait, why not? Why wouldn't you? Why would you hope that it's not right? Slide the items online to their proper places to unlock the features. What's their... Oh, that's their proper places. Okay, where's that?
What? Why are we in an ambulance that we don't have permission to be in, trying to like break into it?
I'm trying to imagine like we go to one of those escape rooms.
Yeah.
And then you say things like this, and the employees are just like awkwardly.
It's for fun.
Nice. At least I'm healthy.
Wow, this lady is narcissistic.
That's a useful piece of information, just not for me. It's nice to know to keep track of on this as well. September 22nd, Shark Bay Cliff responded to a call from a Coast Guard after they saved 2 shipwreck survivors. Mark Brenton, male, 35 years old, a small wound on his left calf muscle, non-threatening, heart rate and blood pressure normal, condition stable. Elena Gore, female, 32 years old, exposure to smoke followed by an anxiety attack, condition unstable. Both patients were transferred to the general hospital for further care. Hi Mike, I had to change the code because others were using the microscope without permission.
It literally hacked into an ambulance microscope.
Yeah, I mean, no, the instructions say otherwise. Maybe the
Yeah, you
instructions
can
say
see
otherwise.
There's a 1 and then a 2. They're just
thought that
in
means you
backwards
gotta-
order.
I thought that means you have to do 1 of these and 2 of those.
Mm.
I don't want to examine a clean cotton swab. I acquire the sample first, then I can test it. Alright. I mean,
Let's go
I thought they would
swab
have.
the greenness.
I thought they would have done this already, right? So like I would
They've
just
clearly not done anything. That's why we're breaking into it.
Rest in peace, Veronica. Oh, yeah, maybe I zoom in. Gross. Find and select all 5 types of particles which are specified on the list to the right. Those particles are a sign of healthy human DNA. What remains is most definitely the poisonous particles which doesn't belong in a human DNA chain. Okay. So is that this guy? No, it's not this. It's this guy.
No, it's this one spiky blue ball.
So this guy? No, it's spikier than that, right? Yeah, here it comes. This guy. What the heck?
I
He's
hope
moving
this
so
is how they
fast.
have to actually do DNA.
It's like a hidden object game where the objects are constantly moving. Like it's not very hidden, but it's tough because they're moving.
It's poison.
Yeah, I mean it's green and on her lips. What? Everyone knows. And like, was I supposed to be able to read that? Like, I was really fast scrolling. That's an important piece of evidence. Click.
I should take a look at the
Wait.
evidence I've collected.
I didn't get to read it.
It says it's histamine, and if you don't treat histamine toxicity, you'll have a very painful death.
Severe blood
It
cells
causes-
and
yeah.
heart degradation with symptoms of anaphylaxis.
Anaphylaxis is like an allergic reaction that causes you to die.
Oops. How do I? We said no tutorial, so I don't actually know how to assemble the evidence. Veronica's medallion only marked an Elena no father stand. Golden watch, time of death 2055. SOS call for help 2113. Veronica died 20 minutes before Mark and Elena called for help. Body on stretcher. Green lines point to a possible poison exposure. Case out. 2 cases. The shipwreck survivor and the body on the shore are tightly connected. Case. Victim. Weapon. Witness. Case.
Yeah.
Victim. Weapon. I mean,
Poisoning?
this could also be weapon. Oh, the DNA thing. Witness, maybe these guys. And then victim would time. I mean, time of death would be victim, maybe, or case. Maybe case. In this
Veronica
case.
obviously knew Mark and Elena, but was she on the yacht with them? The time of Veronica's death and the SOS signal from the yacht don't match.
What do you mean?
Also, the poisonous marks around Veronica's lips points to a murder case.
What do you mean the times don't match? She dies
The
first,
SOS
And
call.
interrogate Mark
Yeah.
and Elena at the
and then they
general
call for SOS, right?
No, they didn't, like, her body, she fell off overboard, and then her body washed up much later. So
Please,
they called
officer,
for
to
help
the general
after she was
hospital.
already dead.
Yeah, but to me that's normal. You don't call her while she's alive and fine.
What's going on in here? Where's Elena?
Are you being silly, or do you
no,
literally
get
not
over.
understand?
I don't
Get out of
understand.
my way. Let me go.
Calm down, Mark. I can't let you near Elena.
Nobody knocks down my partner.
Get out of my
Am
way.
I fucking in a fighting game now? Holy shit. Okay, I think it's a puzzle, so I think we have time to talk now. You're
So-
saying she fell overboard, and then they would have called
No.
her for help immediately, or okay? So what do you? Sorry, what are you
They
saying?
they all fell overboard and
Okay.
called, like, the ship was going down, and they called 911, and then 2 bodies were saved. 2 people were saved and 1 died, right?
Okay.
But they called for help, claiming that the ship had was going down after she was already dead.
So you're saying she
So
was
she-
alive when, like, if everyone was innocent, then she would have been alive when
Yes.
the ship went down,
Right.
and they call for SOS from the ship as the presumption, so they would have.
Yeah, like
called-
as the ship was going down, yeah. But they actually sunk the ship to hide her murdered body, it looks like.
Yeah, I understand the theory that you're proposing now, but do we know that the SOS was called for the ship? I thought, like, she died, they got back to shore, and then they called SOS. Like,
No, they called from the ship. It says that.
okay. Drag a path between 3 or more matching symbols of your color to fill the tube and overcome your opponent. If you fill your opponent's tubes, that will empty yours. So don't do red, don't do purple, don't do orange. Do green, yellow, and blue. Can I do this? No, I can't. Do you see anything we can do? Seems like a lot of orange and purple and red stuff here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
So then what do? I just do a little bit of his and hope that that sets me up for more of mine?
Yeah.
It's not looking good. Actually, wait. Let's do these.
Maybe do them.
Guys.
Okay.
Why? What are you thinking?
That's fine. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of.
Here's a blue. Okay, so now I want to fill yellow and green, I guess. Ooh, are we gonna get a lot for doing this? Nope. I feel like we got the same no matter how many we link, so we should always link like the minimal when it's ours, and we should link the maximum when it's theirs. Jeez, give me some greens, come on. Ah shit, what are we doing here? Hey, Miss Myers' mom. We are in a fist fight. We're a detective, and we're in the like there's I guess there's been a murder probably. Some ladies in the hospital. We're all in the hospital right now. But the lady is a patient in the hospital. This is her boyfriend, I guess, and she's like, I want to see the girl, and then we're like, no, you can't. And now we're in the fist fight with him.
If you do the blue, like we don't take any damage, and the green will come down so that we can connect it next time.
This is why Steph is the big brains here.
I mean, I guess we have to. Oh, okay.
We're really good at filling his gauge.
Yeah.
Not as good as filling ours. Oh, nice. There we go. Hopefully this is enough.
Screw you, Mark. Also, you punch weird.
Let me go!
Oh god. We have to do more. Mark Ugly. It's funny because just a moment ago we were talking about how hot all the guys are in this game.
Hotter than your average hidden object game guy.
Shumegiku, konnichiwa. So we want to fill out this side, and we don't want to fill out this side. But sometimes we have to fill out the side to create more opportunities to fill out that side. For example, I think I'm gonna have to do something like this. And it looks like the amount that it fills is fixed no matter how many chains you do. So we want to do really long chains on this side to get rid of lots of tiles, but only increase a little bit, and do really short chains on this side so that we only get rid of a few tiles, but then increase this by a fixed amount. Trying to figure out, so there's two ways or a couple ways we can do this. I'm trying to figure out what's the way that then lets us use the remaining guys most effectively in the future.
I think going diagonal with those yellows, because then.
Oh really?
Oh, okay. That's probably fine. You'll be able to do a blue next from that if you want.
If I do what I was planning, I don't think I can do a blue next. I think I can only do the blue next if I do what you say.
Okay. do the purples so we can do a blue next?
This?
I think so. 2.
Well, maybe if I do, oops.
Oh, I
If
don't
I do
know
it like
if that'll
this,
work.
I think you. Oh no,
Yeah,
maybe you can't.
yeah.
No, if I do like this, then you can, I guess. Wait, 1, 2, 1. No, even then you can't. Because if I do this one, this guy's also gonna move down 1, right? So then.
Right.
But I guess let's just get rid of the purples and hope for new opportunities.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a little rough here. Oh wait, how do I cancel? Because I see one more guy I can get, yeah. I feel like we're running out of moves that we can do at all.
You can do those blues that you're on right now.
Yeah, this red. I'm trying to see if there's anything better.
I don't think there's anything else at all.
Oh, they shuffle them.
Oh!
So blue's done. Yellow's done, so we just need green now. Green's done. Nice.
Why are we hitting him in the fists?
Let me go!
What kind of fighting is this?
Quickly!
Trouble in the
Get out of my
career.
way! Let me go!
Wait, Duke was there the whole time and he didn't help us?
Oh, nice and easy,
Look,
detective.
another guy for us to have a crush on.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's Duke? What the heck? Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Duke is our partner. We're two cops, I guess. Or maybe he's a cop and I'm a private investigator. It's unclear.
Here, that angry man dropped this. Detective Duke went after him.
Oh, all is explained.
And yes, Elena is locked in her room just to the right. The key is behind the receptionist desk.
Great. No time to waste, then.
I'll need to see another patient, but I'll check on Elena later.
What was that? Was that little fire? Oh, it's the lights going out. I thought it was like little fireworks for celebrating that we won that fight or something. Mark's wallet. Just gonna grab all this cash. Meet you here at dusk. Signed E. A love letter from Elena to Mark. That sounds like something.
Like a motive for murder.
Is this where they are consorted behind Veronica's back? I could use a sticker. Get some free, or like 10% off of my next cosmetics.
Are you using the sticker?
Sticker? I thought this is like a norm. Oh, really? I thought it was, they meant like it's a normal card that you put stickers on, you know, so like everything you buy, so you get a sticker, and then after like 10
like a stamp
purchases-
card.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's why I was like, how would you use that for this?
No, they meant something else.
No, it's not nice to harass
It's
the
not
plants.
nice to harass the plants.
There's no time for funny games. Waiting rooms are always filled with lots of those motivational posters. Like, stop! You see, that's how you motivate someone, by telling them to stop.
Stop harassing plants.
Luckily, this case hasn't reached the news yet. I could just... No, it's better not to break hospital stuff. Why would you want to? If I slip and hurt myself, at least I'm already at the hospital. Someone's missing their get well present. Snap out of it, detective. Now is not the time to rest. Time is ticking away. You gotta live your life day by day. Later, I could check the recording to see what triggered Mark so much. Oh no, I shouldn't bother him. He's like, lady, what the fuck are you doing? That's amusing, but amusing won't solve the case. What am I doing? No, the good doctor said the door... Oh, I should go to the Elena's thing. I thought we were trying to get to the receptionist. Wait, yeah, because he said it's locked, right? We need the key from behind the receptionist to get there.
There's another sticker, though.
Let's say that. What's she doing? The sun sticker is almost off, but I need something hot to unglue it. What? Why would I need something hot to unglue it? Like, why can't I just peel it off?
It's the adhesive is too stuck.
I won't leave until I interrogate Alina. Okay, so where the heck are we gonna get something hot? The coffee? Can we get the coffee? We can. There we go. But like, if you heat it, doesn't that mean now it will never stick again, type of thing, or?
We just need it as an insulator.
But can we use like the DNA results, for example, as the insulator, or like a random paper on the receptionist's desk?
Nope.
Alina's room key. That's the first thing you need to find. I mean, there's a whole bunch of keys here, but I guess we have no way of knowing which one. Also, we don't know if blue means you can find it or green means you can find it. Although we have a clue, which is the caduceus keeps changing colors. So if we find that, we can figure out which color it means what. So either the room key or the screwdriver is what we need to find.
The caduceus is on the piece of paper that's pinned to the top of the shelf.
So the butterfly here?
It turns into a butterfly sometimes, yeah.
So green means you can find it. Alright, so where's the screwdriver? And chat, if you see it, feel free to shout out loud.
It's
here
next
it
to
is.
the pinwheel on the top shelf.
Where's the eye drops? Just so you know, chat, we're doing all the green ones first. Although, I mean, if you find anything,
below you.
You can probably shout out anything you find. Caduceus. Stapler. I barely know her. Dart. Oh, is this a dart? No, I don't think that's a dart. Yeah, it's not.
It's on the medical coat.
Oh. And the CD. Alright, now we have to like solve puzzles or something. What the heck is this? Is this chalk or something like that? How can I handle this problem?
I think
why so
key number
serious?
22 opens it up, and that's what the heart is supposed to represent.
Key number 22? What?
See the heartbeat?
Yes.
There's something that looks like a backwards 2 and a 2. So I was
Oh.
thinking maybe key number 22.
I must find all the keys to make sure not to miss the right one. I think your thing is like way too big brain for what the game intends.
Alright. Okay.
Is that a smartphone code? Oh god, how many remember this? Cha 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 cha. Alright. Just a simple number. Oh, so it's not that, but where is it? Where's the smartphone then? What the fuck? It's like I'm a cat. I'm just like, fuck your whatever you have on tables, just knock it over. We're gonna do some origami. A number code. Is it for a safe, maybe?
I mean, it's not really a number code so much as it's a number.
Oh, here's a smartphone thing. Why did the safe close? Is that to indicate that it stopped looking there? There's nothing left to find?
I think so.
Alright, what is this
The
again?
lollipop. Oh.
Sorry, where's the lollipop? Oh, here.
Okay.
Okay, alright. So like this, I'm not confident.
Yeah.
I see patient room number list. That's on this room,
Oh,
number 28. Confinectivan Arlefvouin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these were all written by doctors, basically.
Right.
And
then
she's
the nurse
doomed.
wrote one.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's 20? Oh, here it is. Caliper. So that's this thing? Nope.
It's below the scissors, I think.
The scissors.
Oh, maybe not now. Like, I'm looking at... Let's see.
Oh, is it this thing?
Yeah. You know what I just realized?
What?
That this hidden object game actually has the other definition of rake in it.
An immoral pleasure seeker?
Yeah. Isn't that what we're thinking that Mark is?
I guess.
Oh no. Help. Doctor, quickly.
This game is pretty traumatic, actually.
Yeah.
Way more than most other games. Let me take the mirror, please. Nope. Let me pickpocket this guy.
She's in VFib. Quick, detective, bring me the epi kit. Hurry.
I don't know what any of that means. Yeah,
In the
what?
supply room, the red metal case with the syringe sign on it. The key card is in my pocket.
Okay.
That's not
I'm
normal
gonna do
since Marty's
some
mom.
chores first, probably.
Nah, I don't think. I feel like because there's no open puzzles, right? So.
I think there's gonna be some stuff in the supply closet.
Oh god. Oops. Medical's license revoked. For what? What did we do wrong? Wait, what am I supposed to do here?
I think you're supposed to find the pieces, like that
Yes,
mask
so isn't
on
this
the
one of
top
them?
shelf. Oh, think
Oh, I have to combine
so.
them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe get water out of that water bottle?
Like this water bottle? Because I can't click on it.
Yeah. Okay.
You just need the water sticker. We don't actually need the water bottle.
Oh.
Everything's
All
ready.
right,
Now go
cool.
take it to the doctor. Under the
Why
mask.
would it be unprepared?
Well, you know, you never actually need to set it up until you need it, right? So.
Oh, bravo, detective. Now, hand me the sterile gauze.
The what? This thing, maybe? I'll just touch it with my hands when I hand it to you.
Injection now.
Probably this thing. Nope, that wasn't what I meant. Oh, I picked the right thing anyway. I was trying to click the needle, but it brought the water thing out first. That's what I'm saying. Where are his gloves? Marty, this is an emergency. We don't have time for that.
Quickly, the EpiPen.
I'm guessing that's this thing. Revoked.
We're trying to get her out of anaphylaxis, which is what killed her sister.
Oh, she's breathing. Excellent. The oxygen mask?
Yes, which is why we have to do it right.
Look, we're just
That's
having a
it.
detective help
Breathe,
us.
Elena, breathe. She's stable. For now. It seems that Elena has been poisoned, but I can't tell the toxin.
Well, I just so happen to have the
Veronica
DNA
had the
analysis
same
right
green
here.
lines around her lips. I found this toxin in her DNA.
I found it in her DNA. It was
Yeah.
inside the DNA.
How can we know it's the same one?
My bag. The lipstick.
This is no time to be worried about your appearances, you vain woman.
She's like, the doctor's hot. I gotta take advantage while I can.
Look at this where you scratch out, like, fuck Mark. You scratch out of Mark, wonder why.
We're gonna take a
Also-
quick picture of that
Yeah,
while
for-
looking for the poison lipstick.
For my evening entertainment.
Right?
A lipstick, of course. Poisonous lipstick.
Of course.
Lipstick in my Valentina white bag. Actually, that's something I never had to consider. Like, that you might want to worry about staining your bag if your lipstick cap comes off, I guess. Do I give it to
Suspicious
her or to
lipstick.
him? I guess to him, because it doesn't highlight when I put it on her.
I'll
It's a
check it
Vine?
out.
Doctor?
Wow, Vine. Back in the day.
Elena, don't worry. Our good police detective will keep you safe.
I never said that.
Why
I
did you
never
say
agreed to
it like that?
Veronica. Is she dead?
I'm afraid so. The investigation is in progress. I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. It would help me.
Yeah,
I'll do
I
what
totally
I can.
might. My sister just died. I probably killed her. I'm in the hospital. I've been poisoned. I was just EpiPenned back to life. But whatever, ask some questions.
He's not hot though, says my mom. There is some uncanny valley going on with all the characters. And I think that's standard in these games. The necklace to watch and the love letter will be presented to Elena during this investigation. Isn't that one of those like past tense, passive voice, don't do it things?
Yeah.
They could have phrased it as, please present the love letter to watch and whatever to her, instead of those things will be presented. Interrogate Elena about Veronica's death using the specific items you found during the investigation. Choose the correct form of addressing her between threat, compassion, and humor in order to get a straight answer from her. Hahaha, remember this? Is your father so non-photogenic that Veronica hasn't placed his photo in her favorite medallion?
Hilarious.
Please, would you be so kind to explain me why Veronica only kept photos of you and Mark in her favorite medallion? Your father wasn't among her favorites? Tell me everything you know. Veronica only disliked your father, judging by the photos in her medallion. Could he be able to harm her? What about Mark? All these are pretty bad, actually. Like, what do we say?
I guess compassion?
Mark adored Veronica, but her and me, we were all right. But after our mother passed away, we got close. Still, Veronica never liked our father. Stan, she called him. Never dad, never father.
Mark's sus? He is pretty sus. Alright. Now watch this. Luckily for us, the watch wasn't waterproof, so we now have the time of death for Veronica's... Wait, we now have the time of Veronica's death. Where were you when she hit the water? What's the joke? I don't get it.
It's hilarious.
That's Veronica's wristwatch. I know it's difficult for you to talk about her at the moment, but can you please try to recall where you were at that particular time? It's time to come clean, Elena. That's Veronica's wristwatch. It stopped when she fell into the water. What were you doing at that time? Was it you who pushed her, or maybe Mark did the foul deed?
Humor, maybe?
I'm tempted to do threat, honestly. Like, I feel like we won't have a better chance to do threat than this. You know what I mean?
Alright. I can't stop you.
Mark was making a new round of cocktails in the bar when Veronica went on the deck to catch some fresh air. Suddenly, something exploded, fire, smoke. It was awful. I must have passed out because I don't remember anything else.
I'm thinking it doesn't matter what you pick. So it's the right choice. So let's go with humor, whatever it happens to be here. Threat. You really are something. You tried to steal Mark away from Veronica, didn't you? He refused, so you took it out on Veronica. Confess, Elena. Unburden your guilty conscience. This one is kind of a delicate question. Were you in any way in love with Mark or had any kind of sentimental aspirations towards him? So Mark, I couldn't help but notice he's a good-looking guy. Do you still think so, or was that just a minor flirt you had with him?
That's in the past. I was in love with Mark. I'm not anymore. That's Mark's office. We used to meet there. We weren't doing anything bad. Just talking.
Yeah, it's probably fine to do whatever you pick is fine. Sussy? Threat. Who gave you the makeup? The new one that was used to poison Veronica. Was it Mark? Tell me or you'll be charged for obstructing justice. One more question, Elena, and we're done. Have you and Veronica changed your brand of makeup recently? A new line or product maybe? Keyword. Sometimes it's better not to change makeup brands. Would you agree or ...
Hilarious.
I don't know if these guys know what a joke is.
It's humor.
Mari, I'll let you pick. Which one do you think we should do? Who gave you humor? All right. Sometimes it's better not to change makeup brands. Would you agree or ...
I need to sleep now.
Oh, you can't pick a wrong answer apparently. Wait, so threat really was the right answer for that one? I was doing that as a meme. All right, compassion, I guess. One more question and then we're done. Have you and Veronica changed your brand of makeup recently? A new line or product maybe?
Yes.
I mean,
A
obviously
special
it's
line
Mark's
of lipstick
line.
which Mark made as a present especially for Veronica and me. Mark insisted that we wear it tonight.
He insisted.
Thank you, Elena.
Take a picture of her without her consent and then... Mark's small factory.
It's the same poison. I've got the antidote. She'll be all right, but she needs to rest.
All right, Doctor. Take good care of her.
That voice he's
Take a
using
look at
is
the
like
evidence I've collected.
the same voice that like the gnome that asks us to clean up.
Steph is referring to
Don't
another hidden object game we play where you're like the mother and your daughter is kidnapped or something like that, so you go to the fantasy world to rescue her, and then you meet this gnome and it's not like the gnome kidnapped her or anything. Like you just don't know where your daughter is, right? It's a huge fantasy world. She could be anywhere, and the gnome is like, you find a house, you go in, first house you find, and it's a gnome. He's like, yeah, I'll help you find your daughter, but first he's like, can you do my laundry? Can you wash my dishes? And you're like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I'll do all those things because I don't have a choice, but it's really like an asshole move here, yeah, right? Like, because I'm kind of like, there could be a time sensitive issue here of trying to find my daughter.
My daughter's been kidnapped.
Is that the one where the fairy queen of dreams kidnapped her? I don't remember who kidnapped her in the end.
We mostly remember the laundry.
Yeah, and then like, so it became a meme to say like, you're always doing chores in the object game. Everything you do is chores. Elena Gore, Veronica's sister, attacked via a deadly poisonous lipstick. Same type of poison is used on Veronica. There was a series like that I really liked. Suspicious lipstick coated with a poison called histamine. Is histamine really a poison?
No, it's a chemical that your body releases in response to allergens.
Dang, now I want to find the name. I'm also curious. That's Mari's mom. Because I don't remember the name of the gnome game either, actually.
It might have been a leprechaun.
Yeah, I mean, one of those, like, small, short, fantasy creatures.
Right.
But probably not dwarf. It was something else.
Oh, for a second I thought his name was Mark Scratch Marks.
Full of scratch marks, like someone was angry at him. Possibly Elena did the scratching. Mark's factory, meeting place for Elena and Mark. Is Veronica the co-owner of the firm? Elena's love letter. Elena says it's in the past. If Veronica had found out possible murder motive for Mark. Wait. Elena... So Mark and Veronica are dating, If Veronica found out that Elena had a crush on Mark, Mark would kill Veronica? Like, what?
Maybe that they actually were rendezvousing. But I don't, yeah, it doesn't make a ton of sense. These are poisonous secrets, though.
Marisol says, white blood cell shit. When your body goes out, the histamine goes shoo shoo, and then your skin goes ah and blushes and then heals itself. Hashtag science.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what? I want. There's a feature I've always been wanting to use, and I think that's a good moment to use it. Flash moment. Reward viewers for being part of this moment. Okay, sure. I've never used this feature, so I don't know how it works. A clip of the moment has been captured. Viewers present at the time will see the clips added to their moments badge. You still have 4 moments to capture this month. Moments refresh on November 1st. Okay, so I don't know what that does, but you guys are now all part of that moment, I guess.
Yeah.
I got an email from Twitch saying, hey, we've added this new feature. Try it out. So there we go. We tried it out. The reason that I said like this is an interesting moment is because Marty's mom made me, got me to make like the shrew shrew sounds, things like that.
Right.
Tomorrow says, I don't know, when I have a crush on someone, I instantly kill their girlfriend or boyfriend. You claimed it? Nice. Let me, like, I have no idea how this works, so I'm so curious. Like, I've never seen another streamer use it, so I don't know what the experience is like as a viewer. Like, it said you get a badge or something like that, so, you know, it'll be interesting to see how that works. Okay, what is this? I can't even read what the text says. Elena's love letter. That would go where? Motive, I guess?
Motive.
Elena Gore. Is that victim? Suspect?
Yeah.
I guess she's more victim than suspect, yeah.
Yeah.
Suspicious lipstick. That's weapon, clearly. Mark Brenton. I guess he's suspect now.
Yeah.
Unknown building. I guess that's a where? Although
yeah,
it doesn't
unknown
really
building.
seem related.
Elena isn't telling me everything, but someone did try to kill her.
Okay.
The poisoned lipstick points nicely to Mark, who owns a makeup factory. Still, his motive isn't clear. A secret love letter can lead to jealousy or revenge, but it seems too weak for my taste. I should visit Mark's office to check for more leads before I can determine his guilt in this murder case.
You know how it's always like...
I like how it was
Go ahead.
unknown building and now it's Mark's factory.
Oh god, there's more cutscene stuff.
Officer, quickly, take me to this address.
See, this guy's hot.
Yeah. But
You
a
know-
slow driver.
You know how it's always the person you least suspect?
Yeah.
Arrived, detective.
I think it's a father.
I think it's us.
You think it's us? But I
Yeah,
mean,
I think we
seriously,
killed everybody.
I think it's the father.
Yeah, it's the father for sure.
Officer, please hand me the surveillance kit.
My beautiful daughter.
Here you go.
It's actually now that you made me think of that scene, it's even more like I don't actually expect them to be this good of a writer, the developers of this game, but it would be it makes sense like if you were just about to see something on the body and then he comes in running screaming to distract you, you know. That would,
What?
How do I see them? I have no idea, Chuck. I've never. This is the very first time I've ever used this feature, so I don't know how it works, unfortunately. What is this thing? Spy kit. Lockpicks, I guess.
Nice.
Out of use. Fuck that sign. We're gonna use it anyway. It's out of use, but someone installed a digital card lock. Wonder why. What do you mean someone? Like, you can't just go to a payphone and install, like, only the phone company can do that, right? That's so cute. V plus M, Veronica and Mark something something. Secret love compartment. Oh, maybe they're saying that a private citizen like Veronica and Mark actually modified this public payphone to install a secret compartment. Like, so a private sector person did modify
like you do. Like,
the heck is this?
You guys are in a relationship, but you also need a secret love compartment.
It's too dark. Smartphone flashlight to the rescue. Okay, so do it. Or do I have to click smartphone? Or do... Like, I don't know if this is going to give me a hint or something like that. Oh, no. Okay. Still dark, but is that a box of dog cookies? Why do I care about any of this? Is there gonna be a dog that I have to distract or something? That's probably what's gonna happen. Closed for renovations by order of Veronica. Veronica demanded renovations? Surely she wasn't murdered because of that.
Like, what?
There was strong disagreements about how the warehouse should be decorated. What, really? Not using the lockpick on... Oh wait, did someone already force the lock? Like there's a crack here. It's locked, but that's not an obstacle for me. The official detective spy kit will help me take a look inside something before a charge... Before a charge the door? Okay.
Yeah, like a Visa charge.
Do I press buttons? How do I do this? Something terrible happened inside. Is anyone still in there? Is that blood? Oh shit! Jump scares.
That was close.
This game has a bunch of jump scares actually, with the father-daughter thing also, and then the dog.
No, you can't open it. You have to get the...
How am I gonna get the dog treat?
Cookies.
Unless I open it, huh? Ever thought about that?
Okay. I mean... No?
That's not the right sequence. Okay, so it's like Simon or something? Except I don't know the sequence ahead of time, so it's trial and error, I guess. I got lucky. Carefully and slowly now, that dog might be on the loose. So let's just go inside, I guess. Oh, he's chained up.
Oh, he's chained up like you do with a guard dog.
What happened here?
So many question mark pings.
Wow, that's a lot of question marks.
She's very confused. It's like that meme, you know, the gif with the girl, the woman, and there's like equations flying by her head.
Oh, yeah. Now we have to find the clues, like that footprint and the blood.
Oh, so it's not gonna show them, like the cursor doesn't change, you just click on them.
Yeah.
Really, the bloody handprint on the wall is not a clue?
Maybe the painting being like knocked off out of place. Maybe that axe looking thing in the boxes? No, that's fine.
How about the doggy?
The chair knocked over?
Chair
on the
not fall over
stairs?
here.
The bloody footprints on the stairs?
I clicked those. They were like black before. They turn red when you click on them.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. They were just footprints, not bloody footprints. Got it.
Yeah.
There's a suitcase?
I don't see it.
Yeah. The poster that says that it's Mark's Cosmetics Factory?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, literally anything can be a clue, right? Like, why do we have to say this definitely is or isn't a clue before we start our investigation?
Do you not know anything about police work?
First, we have to categorize what is and isn't clues, and then once we've done that, that sets a jurisdiction, and you can never look into something that's not a clue ever again.
The fire extinguisher?
Where's that? Oh, here.
Maybe the thing in front of... Yeah, go down from there. The water spill?
Yeah, I tried the water.
Okay.
Can the dog sniff out the clue for us?
Yeah. The drawers in the desk?
I've clicked on everything. I'm pretty sure.
The weird goop on the rafter? The boxes.
I've clicked on most of them. I don't know if I clicked on literally every single box, but I've clicked on like every cluster of boxes.
The fan that's on the desk?
I clicked on that.
The map of the
Yeah, I clicked on
river?
that. We might have to take a hint.
It's not that X thing. How about the power strip?
Yeah, I clicked on that.
The dog's chain or collar thing.
This is a freaking collar.
Let's
Holy
see what the
crap.
clues can tell me.
How's a dog's weird collar thing a
Someone
clue?
breaks the vent lid.
Okay,
Then
so
they
the
step?
the entire game I've never had to click to make her continue talking, and that's why whenever
Right.
she talks we were like, oh no, we have to stop talking because we can't interrupt her. Except now I have to
Right.
click apparently to make her keep talking.
He enters the room, leaving a muddy footprint. He's inspecting the desk when the dog attacks and
Wow,
wounds him.
that's a bad attack then if he like bleeding all over here.
He falls and breaks the lamp. The burglar bandages his wound. Then he opens the lockers. Looks behind the painting and finds the safe. But he hears me coming. He gets away the same way he got in, knocking the chair down, leaving the camera behind.
What?
Yeah, you
Okay.
know, leaving the camera that he placed on the dog collar temporarily behind.
I wonder what's hidden inside the safe.
There was another
Sure.
hidden object game we played which had a similar mechanic of like you look at the scene
Yeah.
and then you try to say what order things happen in, and there was
Right.
a lot of like there's no way you would know what order.
There's no possible way you can do that.
How did you know that he looked in the locker before he looked in the safe, for example? You know, like
Or that he bandaged himself before or after certain things.
what a strange safe. The bank and the lover's hideout are marked with special tokens. Okay, but is there like a puzzle here, or what do I do? I guess maybe I need to find like a piece to move around on the grid. That's some like later
Or do you
on.
like draw lines?
Give me the camera, Dougie. Look, he's so friendly.
Yeah, he looks pretty friendly.
Okay, never mind. Easy boy, I'm not tasty. I'll bring you something nice to eat. I don't want to contaminate the blood sample. So I grab her.
Yeah, because it wasn't one of the clues.
The burglar already searched the lockers. I mustn't touch the burglar's blood. The crime lab will deal with it after I call for backup. Which is not now. I'm gonna wait a long time and then call for backup.
Yep.
So I think I mentioned to you, Steph, I played a game with Jubilee where you're like the captain of a paramilitary police thing, and you so one of the things is like we went somewhere and there was like weird stuff going on at the warehouse, right? So I call in for back, like it says, do you want to call in for backup or do you just want to go in? So I said I want to call in for backup. So I call for backup. Also, by the way, this was a routine patrol. My boss explicitly told me like don't go looking for trouble. So fine, right? So I'm doing the routine patrol. Then we see some weird people going in and out of the warehouse. So it says, "Do you want to call for backup or just go in?" So I say, "I call for backup." So I go back, and then my boss is like, "Why are you wasting my time? Just go in." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So then I go in, and then there's like, it's this huge thing, and there's a firefight and grenades and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one of my guys basically.
Why are you calling for backup?
One of my guys basically dies, right? Like he's like
Nice.
taken out, he's injured. So we go back to the base, and then yeah, my boss chews me out, right? He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, why? One, for two reasons. Like one, you wasted time calling for
Why'd you
backup.
go looking for trouble?
And no, he says you shouldn't have wasted time going for backup if you just gone in, you know, like maybe the matter would have resolved stuff faster. And two, you couldn't handle the situation. What's wrong with you? I'm like, that's why I'm calling for backup. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I just put it in my hand,
don't
right?
Stick your hand towards that dog's face. Good lord.
Let's just
Do we feel like
open the film and expose it to sunlight.
the dog took pictures of something useful?
Oh no, it's not digital. Where do I find the machine to develop this? This is like Gen Z problems, right?
Oh my god. They're like, what even is this? Strange canister in here.
Someone 3D printed the icon for like your photo your photo gallery thing.
Confusing. Where's my grandpa?
Video locked. No USB thing here. I need a special type of cable to connect the phone to laptop. So I think the USB symbol is copyrighted specifically so that randos can't just put the symbol on any device they want. They have to go through certification to prove that their device is compatible with USB. And then you're
like Scuba.
Once they're, if it passes, then they have the license to do it, right? Sorry, you said like what? Sorry.
Scuba.
Oh yeah. And so the idea is like it's not to make a profit. It's not like to charge you money for using the logo. It's so that consumers can be confident that if the logo is present, that means it really is, you know, a valid USB device. I don't know what the rules are for its usage in fiction, though, you know?
Veronica, my sweet love, if you're listening to this, she has probably eliminated me. Save yourself. Take the evidence we collected and show it to the police. They'll protect you from your family. I love you, Veronica. Forever.
That's interesting. Mark and Veronica had a secret voicemail number.
What's that, a hidden smartphone?
Maybe that smartphone can provide me with the answers.
I've basically never seen the USB symbol in a video game like before, so I'm guessing it's like not legal for this company to have done that, but whatever, I guess.
It didn't look perfectly done. Maybe they did it wonky enough that...
Encrypted phone, coin token, heart token.
Do we put the heart and coin token on the thing in the safe?
Oh, good thinking. 'Cause I was like, I don't know what I'm doing now. Click on the token to activate the arrows. Use the arrows to move the money token to the bank and the heart token to the lover's hideout in order to unlock the safe. You can only move one token at a time. Okay, I was only planning on moving one token at a time, so that's fine. Well, we solved the hard one. And I guess we solved the bank one too now. What? Wait, what? What's happening? Oh, it starts at a different starting point. Okay. For a moment, I was worried because I thought it was replaying the exact same moves I did before, and then it means you have to solve both of them with the same set of moves somehow. You know?
Same, yeah.
Mark was careful about the paperwork. That's a good sign. She can tell because there's a folder with the written in lipstick, bills and receipts.
It's just shoved full of random pieces of paper.
Yeah, no year or anything
Like
like
a
that. Just like
careful person does.
for the entire business, lifetime of
Right.
the business, bills and receipts.
Right, and it's like they're just
And
mixed
there's
together.
there's like 6 of them in there. You know, like, okay.
Careful with the paperwork.
I don't take from criminals. She only takes from innocent people.
Innocent people, yeah.
We literally stole
Literally
the watch
what I
off a lady.
We stole, like, we broke into an ambulance.
Yeah, but we didn't like steal anything, quote unquote. We just used some of this stuff. Search the photo of Mark and Veronica for all the digits of the locked video code. Okay, well there's a 1 over here.
Great.
Enhance. See, we're in like NCIS.
Yeah, totally.
See anything else? Or we're just gonna start looking randomly. Is this a number? The crack here on the thing? I can't tell. It is a number. Strawberry. Croissants. I don't see any numbers here. Maybe there's more stuff up here. Maybe on the wine bottle? I don't see anything. Butterfly, nothing. I don't see anything in the grass. Oh, and her pupil of her eye, of course. Then what else? Her tattoo on the wrist? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. The full code. Makes sense, you know, from...
Yep.
It would be in the photo, and also we would know the order of the digits.
The order. Yep.
From looking
Yep.
at the...
Yep. That's how
everything
people
makes
hide
sense,
code.
basically. Oh, I already forgot what it was. How do I go back? 85147. 85147. Like, it's easy to remember geometrically, I feel like. This shape, like this.
Zoom it, Veronica.
I won't take it anymore, no matter how much money you give me.
Easy now. Think of your beautiful 2 girls.
Beautiful too.
Can I take the money? Guns plus money equals gun trafficking?
That's Stan Gore, Elena and Veronica's father. That changes everything.
It does, actually, because now I no longer think it's the father. Now I think it's just like he's in some big mess with some criminal organization. What the hell is this? Oh, is this more video files? I thought it would like somehow by taking a picture of the father, we figured out the location of the criminal headquarters.
I should take a look at the evidence I've collected.
Warehouse, a meeting place for gun trafficking. Standing with an unknown man, is Stan a victim or a warlord? Who's the gentleman? Undeveloped film, the burglar left us behind. Possibly contains answers, possible threatening content. Possible threat. Mark's no longer the suspect. He's probably a crucial witness in this case. So you want me to move him? Why don't you just move him for
A
me?
witness, I guess. Why is he no longer a suspect?
Because obviously...
Go ahead and finish that
that was the end of the sentence. That's it. So here it says...
Can I buy a sentence?
Wait, what's voice message?
Veronica, my sweet love, if you're listening to this, she has probably eliminated me. Save yourself. Take the evidence we collected and show it to the police. They'll protect you from your family. I love you, Veronica. Forever.
Did you say she?
Possible threat, maybe? Yeah.
Well, I want to check because, like, who is she, right? That's the thing. I'm like, what did I put there? And
Yeah.
if he said, did he
I
say
guess
she?
maybe that's... Yeah, he did.
Okay. Because I missed a pronoun. Apparently, I can't put it there.
Nope. Maybe possible threat? Nope.
It's suspect. Okay.
Great.
Okay, so we don't have
I
a
don't
possible.
think that
Who is
Mark
she?
had murdered Veronica, his love, with whom he investigated Stan and the unknown man on a gun trafficking charge. Still, who's she? And why is she a threat to Mark? Who's the burglar? And what's hidden on the disposable camera? Where is Stan Gore? This case is getting stranger by the minute. I need to see that warehouse. Then I'll present all the evidence to the chief of police.
Does it seem like maybe a good place to stop?
Yeah, as soon as the cutscenes end.
Okay.
Hey, partner. Did you track Mark down?
She's pretty hot in this picture.
Gore at the warehouse.
What's going on with one of his
Prosecutor
eyes?
128.
How did you know? Wait, something's going on in there. I'm going in.
No, Duke, wait! Officer, call for backup.
No, there won't be any backup, detective. You've discovered.
See, I told you it was Officer Lynch.
What do you mean? No.
He's so out of the car. He's like, see ya. Was that supposed to be like a commercial break? Like in between those two scenes, you're like, there's, you know,
They didn't want to overwhelm you with too much drama.
Calm down, breathe. Stay calm if I want to get out.
Because that's a very like 80s or 90s stereotypical thing, right? Where the
Yeah.
car goes off the cliff,
Yeah.
then it cuts the commercial,
And then there's a commercial
and then it comes
break, yeah.
back, and then the car goes off
And
the cliff
there's-
again.
it's still falling.
Well, I mean, they replay the scene to remind
Yeah.
you of the situation. It's not
Yeah.
like a continuation;
I know
it's
if
actually a
you-
repeat.
right.
All right,
If you remember what was happening.
But I guess they forgot to actually put a commercial break in between the two repeats. Let's see, Cat Parade. Where is it? Here it is.
Maybe they thought they'd get more sponsors.
Like the USB consortium.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's who
deal
they were
fell
hoping
through,
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rough.
All right, so everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. That was so we finished Word of the Law, and then we started Family Mysteries: Poisonous Promises. My regular schedule is top left corner of the screen every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. So about 2 hours and 48 minutes ago in your time zone, we have the Steph's Thursday, which is what you just watched. Steph and I play various games, usually puzzle games, hidden object games, that sort of stuff. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific, that's about 4 hours, 18 minutes ago in your time zone, we have solo Saturdays where I play random indie games. Usually, like, I get these review keys from various game publishers, so we just try out games for the first time, see what they're all about. Then there's the Discord. Join the Discord for updates to any off-schedule stream. Every other Tuesday, we have a stream with Jubilee, for example. That's an off-schedule stream, and I think the coming Tuesday we're probably gonna have a stream with Jubilee. I can't remember which. Like, I don't remember if we're on the on week or the off week. But yeah, join the Discord to check that, to get the up-to-date information on that. And otherwise, I think that's it. Chucker says good night. Good night, Chucker. Thanks for sticking around. I'll let you guys, and Mari's mom also, thanks for sticking around. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the Cat Parade while I look for something to raid.